Welcome to the BYB Podcast. That stands for the Backyard Boys.
Backyard Boys!
And it's a Friday night. Oh, what a night. Welcome, everybody. Lemmy, how are you doing this wonderful evening?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty stoned, if I'm being honest.
Stoned to the bone, ready to zone?
Yeah.
Adam, how are you, sir?
I'm not stoned yet, but I got some alcohol beers to drink.
Oh, no. You're just another alcoholic in the Dabbleverse? Well, there's plenty of you types already. We much prefer the stone kind. Unlike Kevin Brennan, who doesn't want to smoke weed because he's a fucking narc. Absolute narc behavior. Just like Lemmy was saying before the show. She thought Kevin is a narc-like nerd. Not funny. What else were you saying?
No, that's Aaron. He's a narc and he's not funny.
They're the kind of people that get anxiety from weed.
That's right.
Do you remember when Aaron did like a 5 milligram gummy and like it took him like 2 weeks to recover?
Really? 5 milligrams?
I do remember that.
It was ridiculous.
Dude, you could give that to like a child and they'd be okay. Not saying that you should.
I mean, we are talking about a child in some ways.
Yeah, man,
Aaron
baby.
Imholt. He is like a big, grown, dumb baby. That's a fact. Jack.
He looks like a big baby. He's got a big baby head.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. A lot of his thoughts are... It's talked about all the time. The fact that he's 38 and he's like just now discovering things like dipping hot chicken into mashed potatoes to cover up the heat flavor. It's like
or picking up Capri Suns and popsicle sticks out of the yard before you mow.
Oh, did you guys hear about this? You got to pick stuff up off your lawn before you mow.
Well, April used to do that.
Totally
right?
new.
She used to mow the lawn and pave the driveway and carry bags of cement.
Yeah.
I just assumed like he was 5 years old. It was Christmas. He got a Fisher Price brought a radio broadcaster set. And after that, he never went back outside ever again once more in the rest of his life. And everybody else around him had to do everything for him. That kind of seems like that, or he's an alien and he just got dropped off here 5-10 years ago and does not know anything about Earth.
That theory I like.
They're so strange.
I do too.
Third Rock from the Toe. I used to love Third Rock.
I did too.
Yeah. It was a good concept for a show.
It really, really was. Have you recently watched any of the episodes?
No, but I used to have the DVD set, so I used to watch it like 10 years ago.
I went back like a month ago and I rewatched like 2 or 3 of the first season, and it's still hilarious.
Yeah, John.
What are we
Wick
talking?
awesome.
NBC? Is that the streaming service it's on?
Yeah.
No, I just YouTubed it.
Oh shit! There's a life hack for everybody. If you want to learn about the internet from the inventor of the internet and the writer of the handbook on the internet, Lenny will tell you right now that you can find all those shows on YouTube, it sounds like.
And you can live stream it to your audience and have a blank screen.
A blank screen?
No, actually, no, not those ones. The ones that you have to buy will be a blank screen. Or like the movies that'll say like free underneath it when you have like premium, those will also be a black screen. However, if you find a rare gem that sometimes somebody has uploaded the full thing as a standalone video and not as a monetized video.
Oh, right.
And yeah, like the original Little Shop of Horrors is free. Cannibal the Musical is free.
Are we talking Rick Moranis, Steve Martin?
No, I'm talking
older
black and white. It's got Jack Nicholson in it.
The blacks.
Like original.
Nice.
Wow. African American screen.
Yeah, because
we don't say black and white screen, Lemmy. We say African American screen.
Yeah. Django, you can watch
the black one.
YouTube for free. That's pretty cool. Glitter with Mariah Carey in it. It's very low volume.
Yeah, that's considered like one of the worst movies ever, right? Glitter.
That is might be the worst movie ever made.
Like so bad it's good.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not even good. It's just so bad that
no cringe value.
No, it's just all cringe value.
Is it worse than Love Guru?
I loved Love Guru. It fucking made me giggle, dude. Like Justin Timberlake was hilarious in that movie.
But it's so cringe, though. I'm just saying it has cringe value. Like it's cringe humor, right? And that's what they were going for.
There's no humor. No, it's just cringe.
It's anti-humor.
Bad fucking movie. Yeah. No, it's not. Like, are you talking about? I'm talking about Glitter with Mariah Carey.
Oh no. I'm still stuck on fucking Love Guru.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm fascinated by that movie.
Tabernacle, Adam. Son of a beach. Yes, the goal is like Audrey, too. It consistently says, feed me, Maurice.
Seymour.
Fuck.
Let's knock it out, Seymour.
Yes, feed me, Seymour. Yes, Seymour. There we go. No, I like the Steve Martin version because he's the dentist and
Jack Nicholson actually plays that character in the original. A baby Jack Nicholson.
And I think his patient was Belushi or one of those Aykroyd or something.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Oh,
Jack Nicholson is the patient. He plays Bill Murray's character. I'm sorry.
Bill Murray.
I don't remember who plays a dentist.
Yeah.
But that wasn't
he's gonna start killing. Yeah, and then Rick Moranis famously just he ended up becoming a victim of not a Little Shop of Horrors, unless you're talking about those people. You might know what I'm talking about. That's the Little Shop of Horrors that has become New York City. Because someone was playing the knockout game. I'm sure you guys have seen that.
Little Shop of
little Rick Moranis get knocked the fuck out just walking down the street.
What? That happened to him?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god! And Maggie Smith died today. Did you hear?
Shut up! I know, dude. I'm so sad about it.
Never heard of him.
She was like what, 124?
She was 89.
I remember her being so fucking old in like 1991. And that was like what, 40 years ago? Something like that.
It's like it's one of those people that you can't ever think of being a young person at any time in history, like Abe Vigoda, because like he was in The Godfather, but 50 years later when he was still alive, it's like Jesus, the dude doesn't look any different, but he looks 90 either way. He looked
when I was young,
30 years ago,
old.
and now
I'm older, and you two are still old. How does that work? Yeah, some people are just. They get old kind of young. Everybody ages different now.
Also, in the chat, there is a couple things that you can be aware of. One is the super tip, but also it's not just in the chat. It is indeed pinned to the top of the chat. And the other thing you can do is use the QR code. Where can they find that, Lemmy? Lemmy knows where it is. Yeah, that's right, folks.
Pegged to the top of the chat.
Pegged?
Yeah, it's pegged.
Lemmy is not allowed to do any more pegging lately after the last incident with Granny. He's none too happy about it, but so be it. But yes, the other thing you can do is just type in that into your little search bar, and guess what? It'll take you right to the super tip system. So if you fancy a super tip system, which is great for the creators, why, Lemmy?
Because we get more it's state. I don't. What do you want me to?
We get more money.
You made the goddamn. You made the voiceover fucking video.
The video was good.
What do you want me
too.
to do? Do you want me to do it right now?
I'm sorry I put you on the spot, homeboy, but here, okay. So yeah, the creators get a little bit more of the dough, and the voice tips, they're fucking fun. Come on, it's all about fun here at BYB.
Fun show.
And of course, there is a poll question tonight. Which guy is most likely to self-delete themselves first? Aaron Imholt, Chad Zumach, Mersch, or Stuttering John? I do believe that Stuttering John is too much of a narcissist to off himself, but I threw him on the end of the list there just for shits and giggles. Honestly,
I would say Mersch, Aaron, John in order of most likely to least likely or timeline wise, because I think Aaron is arrogant enough where he's going to keep fighting. He's going to try to see if he can get things better. But Mersch, he sounds pretty hopeless right now. I hope none of them friggin' K themselves though.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. We're just
like three of the best lol cows.
Once it happen, who do we think? We'll just think about it. I mean, it's a possibility. It happens a million times a day all over the world. So
but
get used to it. Maybe not millions. That might be an exaggeration, folks, but you get the point.
Yeah, I think Mersch right now, as much as Aaron has his shit, I think that Mersch has more mentally going on right now. Like he seems like he's closer to the edge.
I feel like Mersch is the type of person that's not going to do it. Never did have like any fucking actual desire to do it, but he's the friend that will tell you he's going to do it and then not answer your phone call to like manipulate you.
I mean, I feel like he would K himself like ODing or something. Like I don't feel like he's gonna slit his wrists or do anything.
You can't OD on vape, Adam.
No, dabs.
Like Elvis.
Yeah, he's going to have a stroke from the dabs. That's why it's going to happen.
A stroke. Okay.
A self-imposed dab stroke.
But that's the thing. Like, he won't die. He'll just be sitting there, like, on some stream eventually, be like, hey, I'm Mersch, and we're doing the show. Would you remember?
Well, what a way to go, too, because there'll be video of it. So everybody will see him. You know what I mean? It could. How many people's deaths do you have, like,
he could become a cautionary tale, right, Adam?
Yeah. He'll be like Christine Chubbuck.
That
lady who friggin' K'd herself on TV in the 70s. If you look it up, she actually blasted herself on live television. There's no video of it that exists because the station pulled it. And this being the 70s, there wasn't YouTube or anything like that. I'm surprised that a videotape copy of it doesn't exist.
Dwyred himself?
Yeah, that's true. That happened. But this was before that. So it was
she's the first Arbud Dwyer.
Yeah.
Lady Arbud.
It was crazy. She announced it and everything. She was like, and now the first on-air suicide. Like it was a pretty
breaking the glass ceiling in the most female way ever. Fucking bitch.
That's right. Totally. Ladies can be first in things too, guys. Come on. That's why we gave them the 19th Amendment. That's why we gave you stuff.
Actually, men got better at it than women because statistically speaking, men are more likely to K themselves.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. I feel like women move on quicker than men. No, they do from like breakups and stuff like that.
Short-term memory.
No,
maybe it's from all the weed they take, right?
It's from being absolutely already have been sick of your shit for a long time. And then the relationship ends.
Yeah, that moves the timeline up. Yeah, that's true.
You know what else died or offed itself today? I'm a little bit sad about it because it's part of my childhood. And as we know from the Dabbleverse, there's nothing more important than childhoods in the Dabbleverse, right? Just ask Ray, for example, or lots of these guys.
I think everybody in the Dabbleverse had a fucked up childhood.
We're all a little bit adolescent, you could say.
Mm-hmm. Some more than others.
What is that supposed to mean, Adam?
I don't know. You can interpret that however you want. I'm sure
I
sure
will.
the interpretation is different depending on who you ask, but yeah, I mean, we're all broken. We're all a bunch of broken toys, misfit toys.
Yes, we are. The Oakland Coliseum. No, yeah, they already stopped playing games. You can see the people in Oakland fancy themselves destroyers of property, but the thing is that this property is already gone. So yeah, they played the last game ever at Oakland Coliseum. It's done. It's toast. It's never coming back. They closed up shop just like they did at Candlestick Park. So I'm an Oakland A's fan and a 49ers fan, and both of the parks that I used to go to watch games are now toast, gone, finito.
Is he trying to take that home with him, like as a souvenir?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that's the thing. Like this thing was trying to say like, oh, it's Clown World. You know these guys.
Yeah, I know Clown World.
Yeah, California is a dump. Well, I mean, so is the Coliseum at this point. It's a dump, and there's like
when did this happen?
50,000
When did
chairs.
California start going south? This is news to me.
When did that happen? When did sports teams and everything else start trying to leave California? Like always?
Oh man, good thing you live in Oregon where everything's awesome.
Oregon. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you get away from the cities, it's probably all right.
Yeah, Portland's a shithole, but everywhere else in the state's nice.
Yeah, that's only one part of the state.
Well, I guess whatever. Eugene, Salem, Portland, you can keep it all. But yes, the rest of the state is nice, especially the east part of the state. Very nice cities, well kept, very Republican, unlike the cities.
Well, it's like
but
California,
yeah, so
Washington.
California is a dump. Whatever, they're trying to trash California on this one, and I'll have to give them a little bit of credit. What are you supposed to do? Like, that when they close up these coliseums, all they're going to do is tear it apart. So who gives a fuck if you steal a chair or a part of this
not like
or
that's
that?
going to be worth anything to somebody. I mean, it's going to have sentimental value.
No.
But it's not.
That is the thing, is they did sell, like when they ripped apart the Candlestick Park, they sold all those fucking chairs. They sold them. So they wanted people
So
to
maybe
pay
it
for
does
that.
have value.
It does. It does. I don't know if they can sell 50,000 chairs. I don't know how that works, but I think it's better just on the last day, let people tear the shit apart. I think that's better.
Yeah. At least doesn't belong to OJ stealing sports memorabilia. Yeah, technically that's what it is. I guess it is a piece of sports memorabilia.
Yeah, they sell that shit. They try to make a profit on everything. Come on now.
A profit. I wouldn't know anything about how that works.
What do you think about that, Lemmy? Sports ball talk.
Yeah, all of that. Super riveting for me.
Go team.
Cool beans, man. Like, yeah, I guess. Tear it up, dude. Get you a piece of it.
Tear it up, dude. Yeah, I like it. They should be tearing stuff up.
So what are they putting in there now? An empty parking lot where homeless people can shoot up?
I'm sure they'll build something there. That's what will happen.
It'll probably be like a free needle clinic or like one of those public bathrooms. It'll be something shitty.
What do we got here? I think Adam's a great addition to BYB. Hashtag Team Lemmy.
Thanks, Flat Cat. Appreciate it.
Fucking love you, Flat Cat.
Yeah, I don't know if I want your opinion, Flat Cat. Maybe you could just keep that lady opinion to yourself.
Come on, Derek. She's making tons of sense.
No, we love Flat Cat. Come on.
Thank you.
Let's be serious here.
You like when people are nice and they say nice things. I would like to see the show go in a more wholesome direction.
Wholesome.
All right, you're fired.
I was gonna say, like a lady's wholesome.
I'm sorry, guys.
What?
Fired.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either, man. That's some wild shit you're talking about there, but all right, I got to do something with this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to do tech work on the fly. How's that look? Yeah, that looks good, huh? There. All right. Just trying to make it fit the screen properly. But yes, thank you very much, Flat Cat, coming in first tonight. Number one in our hearts, number one in the Super Tip Wars. Winning. Duh. All right. Yeah, we got lots of topics tonight. Of course, Steel Toe would be a great topic, along with Stuttering John. And I think we'll be wrapping it up with some merch stuff. All very similar topics because, also, yeah, I think Turbs McGurk, who I need to, I already sent him the link, does have the link, and he might come in and give us a little bit of a report on his article about the super tip system. Now it seems like he may or may not have got Honey Boo Boo. Is that her name? Honey Boo Boo? Mama June involved in the whole thing. I just saw that. Nobody Likes Onions has already commented on her comments from her show, which is she doesn't seem to be a fan of the super tip using her likeness. I don't think she was aware of it, but guess what? All the people that you think are in Discord doing things like conspiring to let everyone know on the AI system that there are people using their likenesses. I have no idea like who's been reaching out to who, but
Gay.
Indeed.
No, yeah. I mean, if Mama June wants to try to get money to support her meth habit, all the more power to her. The money should totally go in her pocket. It's a total legitimate moral case, right?
Morality. That's what we're talking about. The morality of all this stuff. That's it. That's what we
It's her money. She should be able to buy as much meth as she wants with it. It doesn't matter how much much of her daughter's money that she pissed away on meth.
Yeah, for her daughter to some of her own money.
Yeah. Oh, is that what happened? Like, obviously, Honey Boo Boo. Like, how old is she now? She's probably in her
she's old enough to be going to college, right? And she thought she had enough money in that child getting paid fund to go to college. She was supposed to, but her mom spent all of the fucking money, all of it.
Yeah, big shout out to moms out there all across the world doing your thing. Even Mama June. That's and I'm not shame.
Talking shit. That's just what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How many of these child actors or child whatever famous people? How many of their parents have spent their fucking money? It's
700 billion.
Seems to be more common than not with those types of folks. They talking about the Mama June. Yes, absolutely. Mama June, aka Bobby Nick's aunt. I don't know if that's true. That sounds possible, though, I guess.
Mama June is hot now. Totally would. Even before the makeover, I totally would. I'd smash that.
What's the makeover? Yeah. She did so much meth, she lost a little bit of weight and looks somewhat fuckable to you now.
Lost a shitload of weight.
It was a pretty nice glow up for her. All kidding aside.
I still think she's probably chafing together some cottage cheese down there, Adam.
Oh yeah, I'm totally.
You might want to stay away from that
goofing.
area.
I'm not. Come on.
Sure. Let's see that browser history real quick. Now I want to know. I need a full profile on this guy. Stat.
I had to get my whole internet history too.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should have properly vetted me before you had me on, Derek.
According to Flat Cat,
your guests.
You're the best thing that's been added to BYB since Super Tips.
Really? Ooh.
According to Flat Cat.
Well, don't worry.
Yeah, everybody go vote in the poll. Also, click on any of our links. Because not just the poll question and not just the Super Tip system up there. We also have links in the description. So if you want to get a membership, today is your lucky day. Go and get a membership. I think we're all the way up to 200. So we've gone backwards in time. But it's always time to help us try to reach 300. That is the goal. I think we're done with the goal. Lemmy said we're starting to look like assholes. It was fun for a couple days, but I think there comes a point in a man's life where he's got to give up the goal. Not goals in general, but the goal. You got to grow up and quit playing with your Fisher Price broadcast set. Unless you want to play in your basement all by yourself every day in the morning. You know who I'm talking about, folks. All right. What should we do next, guys? I don't know what to do next.
I know. This is where I wish I had a nice claw finger I could wave at the screen. I got such stubby, chubby little baby fat fingers.
This is where I wish I could just take a nice big drink of water and refresh myself after a nice big cigarette that Lemmy's lighting for me. I appreciate that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. This show might make you thirsty. Really, so if you get thirsty, go ahead and take a drink.
He must have just eaten some pretzels or something. He spilled it.
Respect for its dignity.
Too much water. You're supposed to pour that into a cup, dummy.
Respect
Are you
for
sure?
its dignity.
I don't think he's ever seen a cup. I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. I just know he was the UN representative
for its dignity.
from
10 minutes
Haiti.
ago, he was around a fire beating a drum in some African country.
Haiti.
They made him an ambassador.
He's from Haiti.
Oh, okay. So he's like a voodoo guy.
Yeah, I don't think he understands how glasses work, for one. Secondly, they could have helped him out there with a little bit smaller receptacle than.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew that he had a pitcher and a glass, so he was like, "Fuck it, oh fuck."
That must be wild. 1 minute you're just munching on cat sandwiches, and then the next day you're trying to drink out of a pitcher at the UN.
I think maybe in the back of the room there was some catering, and he saw it back there, and he was like, "Oh shit!" He just got starved and hungry all of a sudden out of nowhere. Most likely, right, guys? Right, guys? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, over and over and over again. Let's just keep showing that.
I can watch this for the rest of the night. Could we just have a watch party?
Yeah, I mean, okay. This would be very much like a Steel Toe watch party, right?
Like, I love this autistic TikTok
watch
type of shit. I love it. I love repetitive, like ASMR, weird.
Okay, let's do this. Let's add a soundtrack to it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Niggardly.
All right.
We should get Sniggered on the show. Send him the link.
Well, yeah, where is that Niggardly? We never get those guys.
I love
on our
him.
show.
He's great.
What are those guys called over there? The Toe Boys? We got Backyard Boys. I think they stole that from us, honestly.
We should call this the Backyard People because it would be more inclusive and intersectional.
Backyard People.
But we could start instead of people with a P, it could start with an X.
It's
Zeeple.
Peepo. It's Peepo. Peepo. My Peepo, yo Peepo, all the Peepos.
Was that Ebonics?
You better ask somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, let's ask Lemmy. What was the? You're in Florida. We won't give your main. We won't give all of your exact coordinates. But as far as being in Florida and having a hurricane and you kind of being in the middle of the path of it, how was the hurricane, Lemmy?
Very windy. Very, like the gusts of wind kind of freaked me out a little bit, if I'm being honest. I don't get freaked out very easily when it comes to weather either. I'm a big fan of hurricanes. But this one kind of freaked me out. There was a bunch of debris in the yard. There's still a bunch of debris in the backyard. But it wasn't so bad. There was a house down the road that had a tree fall right through the middle of it. So we got, dude. Our land people are very diligent at spotting dead limbs and getting them down expeditiously. So I knew that my house was in no way a risk to any of that shit.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Still freaky though.
It is freaky. There are some trees down in the goat pasture. Some of the skinny trees are down. So.
Well, at least you didn't get hurt. Was it too noisy to sleep all night? Shit falling on the roof or wind and stuff?
No, it was awesome.
Slept right through it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I know there's an awful lot of creators in the Dabbleverse that are down in Florida. We got Chad, Stuttering John, Joey C, Luda
Carl now?
God. Huh?
Carl has a house down there now.
Carl, right. Yeah,
And how funny is
there's
that he lives
ton.
like a mile from Stuttering John?
It's very funny. They should be hanging out every weekend, enjoying each other's company.
Oh, totally.
Granny says, I'm not even lying. When I went by that house with the tree, there were 80 Mexicans and the tree was taking and the roof was already patched.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, Mexicans work hard.
Did you get FEMA on it? They got FEMA right there immediately. Maybe they sent in a pre-order. They knew it was gonna fall right through their roof, so they already had the check signed out to the insurance company, ready to go.
What I don't understand is this person driving down the street with the water. Like, if I saw that the street was flooded, I wouldn't have like, why are they driving down there? They're stupid.
I mean, you never can guess how stupid people are. I mean, that's just a given. But what I found interesting is the rest of this story, because apparently when you wash up a bunch of shit on shore, the other thing that gets washed up is alligators. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know if you saw this, but this is interesting.
Hopefully, they will get out of the car and get to.
It happens just about everywhere in Florida.
Possible.
Man.
And we've actually been
alligators are so washed up they decided to start a podcast.
Alligators are washed up like Stuttering John. That's right.
Glory days.
People swimming through the area. Alligators swimming through the area. I thought I'm listening to my producer in my ear here, and they've seen some alligators passing by. So this is another reason why you don't want to get into this.
It's like 5 fucking alligators. Can you imagine? That's insane.
I remember I saw an alligator at the park I used to walk at in Georgia, and it was pretty cool. I saw him one time. I saw the alligator.
I can drive 10 miles down the road and order one for an hors d'oeuvre.
Really? A whole alligator? Oh, man.
No, just the tail. Just some gator tail meat.
That's still, that sounds interesting. I'd try it.
It's delicious.
What does it taste like? Chicken?
Fatty. It's almost a cross between chicken and calamari, just like in chunks.
Really?
Fried. Yeah. It's very, very.
It's not like rubbery. I feel like that would be chewy.
It's a little chewy.
Yeah.
But
I'm not really a big fan of like I like scallops, but they have to be cooked a certain way. When they get like rubbery, I don't like them. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, that's overcooked, right?
Yeah, I had overcooked scallops recently, and I was like, ugh. It was like night and day. If you cook them right, they're awesome. Did I say scallop? I think we say scallop in New England. Yeah, we pronounce it.
What? That's very weird, confusing.
It's wicked smart, kid.
Nah.
The boy's wicked smart.
Wicked retarded. Fuck yeah. Chipperson's probably from your area, right?
Yeah, honestly, he does kind of sound Bostonian. Fuck yeah.
Got that right. Yeah, I don't know. That's the first thing I thought about when I woke up this morning was, did Lemmy and Granny make it? I was hoping so. Mersh is the other guy down there. That's the other one, because he was talking a bunch of shit. We got clips of him making fun of your fellow Floridians not being very nice about the whole situation. What a joke. So that's it. That's the whole report. Nothing too major. Nothing bad happened. That's good, I guess.
It was a beautiful sunny day today.
Oh, wow. That's a surprise. I mean, it had to rain like a motherfucker yesterday, right?
And all through the night. We lost power a couple times, but only for like a few seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really warm here in Boston today. Like really unseasonably warm.
Yeah, it's kind of been that way here too. It must be global warming, right, guys? You guys are probably global warming. Yeah. All right, we know Miss Producer's not into that shit. Yeah, fuck you, Al Gore. The other thing, he took claim for the internet and he invented global warming because it didn't exist before he talked about it.
And he made it sound like when they did that stupid An Inconvenient Truth movie, he made it sound like the whole is going to be underwater now.
No,
it's
I
like
think
the Statue of Liberty's now.
That was like early 2000s, and he said
Yeah.
like by 2012 we'll all be underwater. Like I think he was going by the Mayan calendar or something. Fucking idiot.
I remember in 2007, he hosted the Oscars, or no, he got an Oscar for that stupid movie. And I remember just like everyone in Hollywood was just lining up to suck this guy's dick and be like, "Oh, you should have been the president." It was like this gay liberal thing of all these liberals being like, "You're so cool because you ran against Bush and lost." And then like 20 years later now, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like he looks stupid. Man, bear, pig.
No, I mean, people, the Mayans were on some shit. I think they were on ayahuasca, bud. You're probably onto something there, Sir Franklin. I do agree with you. Absolutely, 100%. No doubt about it. 07 BYB gang. Yeah, Mersh. Oh, there you go. Merch. His name's Mersh, but yeah, Mersh makes a good fish lunch for any croc.
Merchandise.
He probably tried to make a fish lunch yesterday out of anything that washed up. Hey, fuck you, Peter Sky Parker. I hope you're talking to someone else.
Is he talking about me? Moi?
You son of a bitch. We will talk about politics for about 5 seconds a show, Peter Sky Parker.
Yeah.
And we get it. We get it. Politics is not what we do here.
Watch my show sometime, Peter Sky Parker. I'll educate you, okay?
Well, I mean, we'll dip into it like this, but why don't you stay in your own lane, Peter Sky Parker? Okay, good. Why don't you stick to your lane, which is audio? Make sure
I'm going to preach. I'm going to start preaching on the show. Everybody, vote for Harris 2024. Harris Waltz. We are not going back to Trump.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Peter Sky Parker. And I definitely have refrained from talking about politics as much as possible because I do know most people get bored with it. That's why they come to the Devilverse, so they don't have to hear that shit.
Peter Sky Parker, I'm on your side.
BYB,
I'm liberal like you. This guy's mad at me. He doesn't realize I'm liberal. Very liberal.
Very. We hired him for his opposing takes because everybody else here is just a Trump tard.
I hate the Trump tards.
Too Jewish.
Trump tards.
I think that Donald Trump is a big, dumb, big, stupid, poopy head. He's dangerous. And this is the most important election of our lifetime. I'm sorry. Okay, now I'll get off of it, but sorry, I'll get off my soapbox, everybody. Just trying to change the world, you know?
Peter Sky Parker. Yeah, like Crosby, Stills, Nash, you know. Peter Sky Parker, I don't have a side. Yeah, you do. You got a backside, and Adam will put his foot up.
Both sides are terrible, man. That's the Opie take. All politicians are scumbags. No, I think they're all wonderful. They're all great people. How dare you besmirch the politicians who all work very hard to write our laws, and they, how dare you? People, they just shit all over politicians. I don't like that.
I say don't.
Shit all.
I say nobody fucking vote. If we all don't vote, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of funny if they both candidates got 0 votes. But then what would they do? Would they have like a coin flip? Oh no, they just put the Democrat. The Democrats would steal 1 vote and then Harris would win. That's all. Imagine that if they only had to steal 1 vote, that would be pretty easy.
Voting's for fags.
Voting is very, very gay. I agree.
How else are you going to make a difference, guys? Huh?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out.
You got to admit, though, it's kind of cool to have like a troll running for president. Like politics aside, Trump can be pretty funny sometimes. I love when he's antagonistic with people.
That's what everybody loved about him.
Yeah,
it's the fact that he wasn't a politician and he was an asshole and he just said stuff not like a politician speaks. So that's what got him the win in 2016. It seems like a lot of people hate his guts even that voted for him since then. So we'll see. We'll see. We're getting so close to the election, and that's all people get to hear about now, right? For the next, we got a month and just a few days. So we're not far away at all. Out here in Oregon, voting for president is kind of a waste of time. I'm not in a swing state, but you know who is in a swinger state? Aaron Imholt. How do you like that for a state of swinging?
That was the segue of all segues.
That was my segue.
Good.
Too.
That was pretty good. Nice.
It was pretty cheap, but it was sitting there for to get knocked out of the park. Yeah, so much talk about the old Aaron, the old toe. I know there was a lot of talk about it earlier today. We'll try not to make the entire show about Aaron Imholt because we do, like I said, we got a little bit of Stuttering John and then we got a little bit of Mersh. So we got a mixture of stuff. It's not just about the toe. I do surmise that Aaron likes the positive and the negative. I know he acts like the stuff is getting to him, or is it more of an act, or is he actually losing it because of all the negative attention? Lemmy.
I don't know, probably a little column A, column B.
I think so.
Honestly.
Adam, you agree?
He leans into it sometimes. I think he leans into it sometimes. I think there have been times where he genuinely, it's like a subtle thing where he's trying to do a performance of, oh, this doesn't bother me at all. Yeah. And I think that is more genuinely him seething. But yeah, lately I feel almost like he's been leaning into stuff in a weird way. Like he's just, it's almost like this, fuck it, I'm just going to capitalize on it. I don't even care. I'm just going to engage. And whatever happens. I'm going to make money while the sun is still shining. And I don't know. I mean, the whole news, like you said the other day, the whole news with the Ricada thing, he's probably feeling pretty good right now. Probably better than he's felt in a while. Yeah.
I mean, what a win for the toe, right? The fact that Nick Ricada got his motion to dismiss. I mean, yeah, that's all that really matters, right, guys?
Is that going to affect April's case at all, or?
I mean, there was some developments on her case, as a matter of fact. I will play that here in a minute. But before we get to that, I figured we could go through all the Aaron Imholt talking shit about Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, that was good.
Pat Dixon stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing stuff. It's not good. It's amazing, buddy.
Nana. Yeah, Aaron should try to get Sue Lightning on Steel Toe. That would be funny.
Go Sue Lightning. Go Sue Lightning. What's the chances we can get her on, man? You had that other lady on that broke down that case.
Dude, if we could get Sue Lightning on, I don't think Sue Lightning would, though, because I feel like Sue kind of more or less respected Anthony's privacy. And I'm assuming if something happened, but yeah, I don't think there was ever like a fallout. I think what happened was, and this is if this is true, the whole Sue Lightning thing, is that there were pictures that she posted, that Shim posted, that kind of sort of implicated that they were tied with Anthony. And yeah, I don't know if they would agree to an interview, but that would be fucking fascinating if they did. I don't even know how I would get in touch with such person. No, you're good.
I'm just trying to make my stuff perfect, so it's perfect presentation so that nobody can make fun of it, like Peter Sky Parker, for example, who loves to make fun of audio and video and all that other stuff. You must have been an engineer, like a tech engineer.
Yeah, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. But there's no greater frustration than being a perfectionist and doing a podcast, because there's so much shit that just is glitchy and weird, and that gets aggravating.
Like Adam, for example, glitchy and weird.
100%.
How I describe him.
Listen, you got a really good read on me, Derek. I'm not gonna.
That could be my co-host's nickname: glitchy and weird. Meet
glitchy and weird in the morning. Giving you the time and the weather.
All right, let's hear old Steel Toe give a shout out to his old boss, and of course Pat Dixon, who he used to be friends with, but he used to be friends with a lot of people that he's not friends with at this point. So
yeah, until he started making fun of you.
Right.
Yeah, Pat's a good guy.
Here's
I
the
like
thing
Pat.
with Anthony. I read the comments on Anthony's thing. First
we've
of all,
had Pat on. I still talk to him.
Yeah.
I texted him the other day after his Anthony thing. I was like, "Yeah, good job, man. Not only did you do a good show, but you pissed everybody off. Good job."
Dude, I've
He was like,
interviewed.
Yep.
I
That's what
interviewed
it
Pat
is.
before, right after he punched Gino, so that was kind of good timing. But like he had no reason to come on my show, and he came on, was totally cool. Like he was a dude. He was definitely cool.
Yeah, we've had him on. I don't know 3 times now. Yeah, he's always good.
Oh, nice.
Always fun. Always good. Even when we've had a little controversy with other scheduling guests, but it all worked out in the end.
of all, when you have to go on Pat Dixon's show to be heard trying to talk shit about me, that's bad. So that's almost.
I mean, Pat Dixon, when he was on YouTube, was probably crushing Steel Toe with money and numbers and stuff.
Yeah. What are you trying to medium time him?
Yeah.
Aaron?
It's unfortunate what happened with Pat Dixon and his channels, but also if he didn't get his channel taken down, he probably would absolutely be crushing you still. So take that, Steel Toe.
It's like that's almost too pathetic to comment on. But look, it's no secret. It's not been a good year for Anthony. He's burned some bridges by the way he handled that compound thing. I will say this about Anthony, and I felt this way about Anthony when it comes to Anthony never had.
Yeah, it's not been a good year for Anthony. He's just now saving $200,000 more a year that he doesn't have to spend on compound. He got rid of all the dead weight that he didn't want to pay for anymore. He made a merger on another program that another network that's doing well.
This is true.
Yeah, it's a horrible year.
Yeah.
And now he's just hanging out with his friends when he feels like it. Like Pat Dixon, for example, on Rumble.
Anthony looks really relieved. He looks like he's feeling pretty good right now. If you wanted to look at a time when Anthony wasn't doing good, 2014 through maybe 2018.
How about 2023 when he just had a heart attack last year? You don't have to go back that far.
Oh, that's the least of his worries, man.
Heart attacks? What? No, I think that would be the most of his worries. I think that would be number one in his mind, probably on a daily basis. That's why he doesn't get plastered all the time.
I mean, dying is one thing, but being lolcowed, having your legacy fucked with, I don't know. I'd rather die. I'd rather die than be publicly humiliated and have that be my legacy.
Yeah, half of O&A fans still love Anthony.
No, I think Anthony has moved on from it. I'm not an Anthony
but his
hater.
legacy is intact. I think your point on that was great.
Yeah, as far as the legacy, but what I mean is I'm not an Anthony hater. I'm not a ball washer, but he has figured out how to move on from being a lol cow and to do what he used to do, which is take your turn in the barrel, and then eventually it'll be over, and then you'll start pointing the finger and you'll start making fun of other people. And then people will forget about all the shit with you.
You're using his words. You can't do that. You're thieving. Get out of the barrel, point at someone else, and point at them and move on.
Yeah, exactly. But in life, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. No, it was a good word.
Anthony had you on compound. Anthony didn't give a fuck about what happened on compound.
That's a fact.
E-Rock had us on compound.
Yes, this is true.
Was a booster of ours. And, what happened to E-Rock after Gavin?
Because the stuff he said when he was sitting there talking about Aaron when he had the compound media, he was the exact same stuff. Like, there's some guy Steel Toe is on my. Yeah, he didn't really know
I'll come in and I'll fix all the money
Anthony was a great entertainer, terrible businessman.
Yeah, we all definitely. He just doesn't want to be involved. Period. Pretty simple. Yeah, I think the only thing that Anthony ever knew about Steel Toe was that there was some hot blonde chick that he wanted to bang on there. That was like the number one thing on his mind. I was like, oh yeah. Aaron, that guy, he's got that super bangable chick wife, right? That one.
Anthony is always going to be Anthony. That
Horn
dirty dog.
Boom, everyone was out the door. The minute Anthony could, the minute anyone else offered to be the bad guy, Anthony did what he always wanted to do. Cut all the dead weight, get rid of all these people that were costing him, by his own admission, $50,000 out of his own pocket every quarter. He's so fucking afflicted. He's so incapable of being the bad guy. And I don't know.
I miss those t-shirts so bad. Afflicted. It's good phraseology. Lemmy gave me a smirk. She remembers the white trash fucking afflicted crew. I was one of them, of course. Me and all the Mexicans at the bar, all wearing our afflicted shirts. I don't give a fuck. I'm proud of it. I was all UFC, affliction, and whatever else.
I don't know why. I mean, the guy's probably pled to more crimes than I have. So I don't know why he's got, I mean, he'll fucking bite a woman. He'll fucking beat a woman and get convicted of it. And but he won't fucking fire a few people.
Yeah, as we all know, because we watched his interview back with Carl recently. You guys both remember that, I'm sure. And boy, oh boy, he was kissing ass, sucking balls.
Oh my God.
Sucking dick, ball washing.
Couldn't kiss his ass hard enough. And this is a thing with Aaron. It's a common thread of trying to associate with people that he wants to, for clout or because he does genuinely like them, but trying to compliment people, getting in with them. And then when they reject him, he totally just flips the light switch and acts like he never did it. He did it with Jesse PS. He did it with Mersh. It's like it's hard to shit on all these people where it was obvious that they were your heroes at one time.
Right. But also Jesse PS was pretty much trolling him.
Oh, of course he was.
It was just fucking hilarious that Aaron had no idea or whatever. Maybe he had some idea, but boy, oh boy, he was washing his balls at the time.
He should have known better than to put himself out there like that, but he just couldn't. He just can't fucking resist the clout chasing.
Yeah, that's another vulnerable point that he has issues with is nobody wants to be his friend. So when he has a buddy to reach a hand out to him to hang out with him, he's like, yes, please, I'll be your friend.
I never thought
Can
about
we
that.
be
Yeah,
friends?
Lonely people are very vulnerable to manipulation, just like old people are vulnerable to phone scams because it's like they're willing to just have someone to talk to. That's a good point.
You mean that chick wasn't a princess, an African princess? She told me she was. That's why I sent her that $500,000.
$500,000, nice. Derek, I didn't know you were.
Yeah, I know. I way overshot that. It was supposed to be like $500. Yeah, nobody's gonna believe my story now because $500,000. You know, that's why.
Anthony, bite less, fire more. Your career would be in good shape. You wouldn't have to go on Pat Dixon's show. You don't want to go on Pat Dixon's show.
That's
you don't want to go hang out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think
they're
that's
friends. Like, yeah, you don't want to go hang out with Shuley. Like, he probably does that for free because they're friends. Like the shows he does now are Carl, Shuley, Pat Dixon. Like they're friends. That he likes doing them.
I think
he's
the bite
in retirement,
more
kind of.
the bite less, fire more line though is kind of a good line. But I think the take is a little off though because it's Kopi. But I will give it to Aaron. Like that was kind of a funny line. That is kind of.
You like where I paused it?
Yeah, he looks Chinese. He looks very Asian. He does. He looks like he's from Taiwan. Asian Aaron Imholt.
Nah, he just looks like an extra chromosome. What do you think, Lemmy? Extra chromosome or Chinese or Japanese?
Both.
He looks like he's about 400 milligrams into a gummy.
Yeah, an extra chromosome is another win for the toe.
Yeah.
Another win for the toe.
He's got an extra chromosome. He's got a juice box. He's got a thing of chips. Dude, jail was
Why
awesome.
is everybody going to have a juice box? Is it because you're Jewish?
I'm just jealous I never got to go to jail. Fear of missing out.
When the drug hit just right. That's a fact, Jack.
No, but Pat Dixon doesn't want to be on Pat Dixon's show. So if you would bite less and fire more, hell, we might be listening to you on Sirius XM right now. Anthony
that was
his buddy
kind of
Gavin to come by and save him.
I don't know. What? He didn't do anything. That lady hit him. He was just taking pictures of scaffolding, Adam.
No, but you know what I mean. Just the way he delivered that, I thought that was good. I'm not saying I agree with Aaron's take, or he's not a lol cow, or he's not coping, but he's doing what you're supposed to do, which is fire back a certain way. And I don't know. I think that was. I just thought that was. He delivered that line well. I'll give him credit where it's due.
Credit where credit's due.
And then it kind of seems like Anthony either threw everybody under the bus afterwards, or just abandoned them and ignored them and kind of ghosted them, like Gino. By the way, the title of today's episode, I Forgive Gino. People were in the chat before the show started, and they were going,
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So I did catch that. Anthony abandoned people. So can you abandon full-grown adults? Like, can you picture in Aaron's mind, he abandoned his son, Gino Bisconte.
It's like Opie, I needed you that day. It's like, I needed you that day. Anthony doesn't owe you don't owe people anything. Like, if you have friendships with people and you do stuff for them, great. But this idea that people have to fucking hold your hand and guide you through the industry, it's, you have relationships, you associate with people, you work together, you collaborate, and then at some point it comes to an end and there's an end date, you move on. It's not, Anthony's not everybody's fucking mother.
Collaborate and listen. Lemmy, do you have abandonment issues for many of your co-workers? Like, anybody that you've ever done a podcast with, do you like look back on it and go, he abandoned me, or she?
No. Never. It depends on how I feel about them. If I feel strongly emotionally tied to them, absolutely. But if not, then not really.
I mean, did Aaron abandon you when he took away your mod privileges, Levy?
He unmodded you?
How about I do this? How about I just make it dark? Redbeard abandoned me when he died.
Fair enough. Yes, all of you bastards that have died have abandoned us, you bastards.
Sons of
Lemmy.
bitches.
I didn't know that he unmodded you. What was that? Was there a story behind that, or?
Yes, I said, Aaron, unmod me, please. And he said, no, I want to keep you blue. So like, I know who you are or whatever. And I said, if you don't unmod me, I will ban everyone in the chat.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I was bluffing, but he still unmodded me.
Was that a win for the toe somehow?
It was a win for the me, dude.
There you go. Not a win for the toe. Remarkably not a win.
Oh, that's fucking terrible. Oh, man, don't forgive that piece of shit. Guys, it's a joke. It's remember Gino did the thing where he's...
It's a joke. Yeah, you remember that thing?
Said, I forgive Aaron, and Kevin and Matt and myself. We were all like, forgive me for what? I didn't do anything to you. What do you forgive me for? I forgive Aaron for my fiance making me kick him out of our wedding because she believed a fucking hustler and a pig liar. I mean, is that what you forgive me for? And that, like, it's funny that everything.
Lemmy, go ahead. Comment.
I didn't say anything. My cat rubbed up against the freaking.
No, I'm just saying. You probably would love to scream at that statement that he just made. The fact that a pig liar is so Kiki believed a pig liar instead of Aaron Imholt. Why can't he just say, yeah, we all we're trying to buffalo those two and whatever. Now we're not friends. Very simple. He lied to him. April lied to him. Everybody lied to the poor little Biscontes who got abandoned by Anthony Cumia. I don't know. I don't know what he expects. It's not like he was telling the truth by any stretch of the imagination.
No, he's a perpetual victim. So he has to spin the narrative into his own victimhood. This is just another example of that. And there are several. In the past couple of days, there have been absolutely several. Like this. Like saying something about what's her nuts a fucking week ago or whatever, saying that I don't remember specifically what it was because I'm high as hell. But he's done this 3 or 4 times in the last couple of days I've seen. Where it's like he's entitled to the apologies and everyone else is shit.
Yeah, he's just rewriting history in his own minds. Histrionic. Yeah, he's trying to sell everybody a new version of an old history that we already know. So I don't know why whatever. it's all got to be a win for the toad, no matter what. So, just another example of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up. Actually, let's just let him on right now. Welcome to the program, everybody. Turbs McGurk, who is actually an expert on all of this stuff. I do believe you still keep up with all of it, correct, Turbs?
No, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah. No, with the steel toe shit?
Yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of an idea, but
okay,
certainly not as much as you guys.
Yeah, welcome to the program. Of course, we were going to have you. You've been on before, man. You're part of the gang. You're not a stranger. No stranger danger, as far as we know, with Turbs. But also, Turbs has written recently that article that has set the entire Dabbleverse a storm with so much copyright this, copyright that, trademark this, and whatnot. So,
well, really, it has nothing to do with copyright or trademark, and it actually really has nothing to do with AI voices. It's sort of a misconception. Just to sort of, I guess, summarize it really briefly, I couldn't use your name, Derek, and your image to sell a product without your permission. So, like, I couldn't have, like, I'm trying to think of something that, I always use a dildo example, but it really could be a serious product. Like, I couldn't have Derek's dildos and have your picture on it and sell it without your permission. I have to get a license. It's sort of, it really is sort of a commonly accepted thing. But of course, since it involves super tips and AI voices complicates it a little bit. And of course, people are fans, so they get emotional about it. But it really is sort of a simple thing.
Yeah. So what made you decide to write the article? You just thought it was interesting that the super tip system was out there and that nobody had questioned the fact that, that there might be some issues with that, or you just took it upon yourself to, are you poking at Melton? Is that part of it?
Well, I think it's sort of an interesting thing. I do think that, first off, let me just say this. I think the super tip system is great. I think it gives more money to creators. I support that. I think that, the 30% cut that YouTube gets or whatever it is ridiculous. I have no idea what Streamlabs cut is, but I know it's higher than super tips. So, anything that puts more money, sort of gives more money directly from the viewers to the show host, I'm fine with that. I'm for that. So the super tip system is fine. It's just the voice tips. It's kind of bizarre that, I guess to answer your question directly, one day it dawned on me when I was looking, I said, wait a second, that's using their actual names and pictures to do it. And I guess it hadn't really occurred to me because I don't really watch the show that much anymore. That's not a commentary on the show. It's just, it sort of is what it is. And so I just decided to write an article about it.
It was very well written. And I thought the subject matter was actually very interesting because if he can get in trouble for that sort of thing, it's better to know earlier on in the process.
Yeah,
you can easily get consent from people, if you just ask or whatever, or have a deal.
Oh yeah. It'd be really controversial, but truth be told, it would be great for him and Aaron Imholt if they worked out some deal for both of them where they could do those super tips. Cause I'm sure those are his most profitable super tips or super voice tips, whatever you want to call them. And, the thing about it is, let's say hypothetically, Melton took that article to heart and decided to get rid of the Aaron Imholt voice or the, fill in the blank individual, Mama June, get rid of her voice, for example. The super tip system's still great. It's still going to make money. It's still a win-win proposition for everybody involved. So it's not like it destroys the super tips for him to have to do something different with those voices. And he can still keep voices. He just couldn't use someone's name without the permission, couldn't use someone's image without the permission. So it doesn't really, it's not this dramatic takedown of super tip. It's just, it's this, I don't know. I looked at your voices before this started, and I think like for example, Chad Zummick's voice or Stevie Lou's, if you got rid of those, you're still going to get money in on super tips.
Right. So, say you just put like parody on it or, so what are you thinking that just the name very specifically? Because you would think that the fact that they are an AI system is a workaround just automatically, but would you suggest otherwise?
Well, so I think there are a lot of different potential issues, but so the issue I'm speaking of is really as simple as you're selling a product that uses someone's name and image. So in this case, the product happens to be a super tip, voice that you type in and it generates it and plays it on the stream. So it's no different than any other product. It's just this product happens to be AI voices, which kind of makes it seem like it would be more complicated because There is a separate issue that's ongoing with, whether or not you can use somebody's AI voice and if they have rights to it or whatever. That's beyond my pay grade. I have no idea what the answer to be with that, but that's a different issue than what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you remember, but back in the day, they used to have those soundboards that you could pay money for. And a lot of times what they would do, if they were going to have like a Howard Stern voice, they wouldn't say Howard Stern. They call him a shock jock and put a microphone there and say it's a shock jock microphone. And most people could figure it out. So I'm assuming Melton could do something like that here.
They still have like the virtual mod voiceover thing. Like the Trump on it's the billionaire or they just rename it.
Trump's in a weird spot where probably he doesn't want to sue people for that, even if he can make a lot of money off of it. But there would be ways around it that you could do if you're, I don't know what you put for the problem. Of course, is Aaron owns the trademark, ironically, to Steel Toe Morning Show. So I guess you really couldn't use Steel Toe, but you could put
Toe Boy.
Yeah, there you go, Toe Boy or Wife Choker or whatever you wanted to call it.
Headbutt guy.
Yeah, exactly. The headbutt guy. Let's see, we got it right here.
I'm the headbutting guy.
It never gets old.
Never. Yeah, that never will. I do have this from old Melty. He did see all of your troublemaking efforts, and he did respond to it on a stream the other night. So I figured maybe we might as well just play it and see what you think about it, because he kind of dismissed you on his show as far as that goes.
Not surprised.
I mean, I get the method. And if it was serious, and his play is still the correct one, no matter what. No matter if it's true or not, or whatever, if there are issues with it. Okay. I'll let him talk, and then we can just break it down point by point, I suppose, like we do with everything else.
Dabble point by dabble point. I'm taking my edibles now.
Hey, that's trademarked. You can't use that. Do not those words.
No, it's not. It's AI. That was AI generated statement.
Ew.
AI. Ew.
30 people in every show and got real mad when that was reported to the public.
Hustler magazine in Carver's Falwell.
Oh no.
485 U.S. 46, 1988, is a landmark decision by the Supreme Court of the United States in which the court held that parodies of public figures,
even those intending to cause emotional distress, are protected by the First and 14th Amendments to the U.S. Constitution.
I don't think
in an 8-0 decision, the court held that the emotional distress inflicted on Falwell by the ad was not a sufficient reason to deny the First Amendment protection
to speech that is critical of public officials and public figures.
Hey, buddy.
I appreciate the backup panhandler, but I do not think that's.
So I guess we could just start with the Falwell versus Hustler magazine. Is there any credence, or did you take that into? It wasn't in your article, but
no. Melton's right. It's not relevant. Again, this isn't a copyright issue. It's not a trademark issue. It's not a. It really is as simple as, can you market a product using someone's name, image, likeness without their consent, license, whatever you want to talk about it. So, I mean, all that stuff's irrelevant to it. And Melton seems to agree with that.
It's relevant here. Again, we're in big trouble. I've talked to all of our, I've said too much. Really, I shouldn't even be talking about this. Every one of these is costing us. And then you used 5 voices in that one? Fuck. I was hoping nobody would stumble upon what we were doing here when I created Super Tip.
Turbs, you're the first. Nobody else even thought about it, man. But whatever.
Well, I don't know if I was the first to point it out here, but this would not have been. I'm trying to put together something with this of past times where this has been an issue, but it's not like this is a novel concept. I mean, first off, everybody knows you couldn't put like an Arnold Schwarzenegger weight set and sell that without his permission. So nothing here is groundbreaking or new, but there's also been other instances of things very similar to what he's doing with Super Tips that have been, they've run afoul of depending on who they were. I'm going to do a little bit more research on this and put it together, but it's not the first time somebody's done something similar to Super Tip and gotten in trouble for it, for lack of a better way to put it. It wasn't a lawsuit, but they had a cease and desist that they followed after speaking to legal counsel.
Fair enough. But yeah, as far as like the Dabbleverse and whatnot, I think you're the first person to say anything about this specific system.
Yeah, I wouldn't claim to have many original ideas. So
I just mean like, no, you do. You fucked with other people, surely and whatnot, but you beat Lance News Network to this breaking news. Yeah, so you get it. He's usually first on the case.
He's a pioneer.
You guys are like ambulance chasers, man. Like, but you beat him on this one.
I was hoping nobody would know we were stealing everyone's essence, bottling it up, and serving it AI,
mojo, stealing their mojo.
I hope nobody would crack it. But I never counted on Chad and Mersh and Lance and Turk. No one could have seen back then, a year ago, the brain power that would come together and wreck us. So it's getting...
I've made a huge mistake.
It's getting bad for the toe. I'm the toe.
I was there Friday. I didn't really promote it because I was a fill-in. But Saturday, I really tried to get people out because I've been coming back to that area.
Yeah, so whatever. He pretty much dismisses the entire thing. I know.
I didn't expect him. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I didn't expect him to get on there and give me credit for it. So it's it's perfectly fine with me.
He's big leaguing you, man. Come on. Yeah, he does mention later, though, that the entire system is set up and it goes through Moody, which is in another country. I don't know how that would work, having a system set up offshore, if that makes a difference, etc. I don't know if that would make a difference in your article either. So I
don't think it. Well, I'll just say this about that. I don't know if that's true or not. I suspect that's not accurate. But if you go on, anyone can go on the Super Tips website and look at the terms and conditions, and that's a very interesting situation because in that it says like, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't have it in front of me, but that it's a DBA. It's Super Tips is a DBA under the name of Patrick Melton, and it's like a licensed business entity in Nevada. And, somebody could go check and see if he's actually registered anything in Nevada for the Super Tip system. And they might find that it's not even a registered business, but certainly his terms and conditions seem to indicate otherwise, but
Right. And whatever, I've just always assumed that all the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed because not only is Melton involved with it, but it's Moody's involved with it. And I have a feeling he's got some sense of a business acumen, and I can't imagine that he missed out on something when he was setting up the system.
You would think that, and I would think that too. But it would be interesting if someone went and looked at that Super Tips terms and conditions and followed through that to see how professional it was done. But I don't know whether it's. I mean, I couldn't answer this question. I don't know what the laws are in New Zealand or if it even matters. But the issue is, of course, that it's being used on, obviously these individual channels. So I don't know, obviously someone could sue Melton directly. They could sue Super Tips as a business if it is in fact a business entity. I don't know if it is or not. But they could sort out, I guess, where the servers are. You can have servers located somewhere else and still be in control of them or in charge of them here in the United States.
Yeah, fair enough. Extradite him. That's right. Get Moody over here. Put a bag over his head, kidnap him in the street.
Let me say this, though.
The van, fly him over here.
Could he just sue him in Australia? Is that what he would have to do?
I don't know. I mean, but let me just point out something too. The point of the article is less that I expect like Chad Zumach to sue Patrick Melton over this. I mean, if you ask me what the odds of that,
or any of these other broke fucking losers.
Yeah, I mean, the odds of that happening are very, very slim. But I guess if you want to like take a serious approach to it, you have to wonder like, well, what's the point of running a business that's sort of unethically using somebody else's name, image, and likeness? When you can do it the right way and not have to worry about the problem. So I mean, whether or not he's actually going to get sued is kind of beside the point, really. Especially when you talk about like how we make fun of people like Aaron Emholt for doing the lottery thing, where obviously nobody's going to go arrest Aaron Emholt for doing the lottery thing, but the point is he shouldn't do it because it's unethical, And so,
right. No, I think people did turn him into the attorney general. They were probably like, "Yeah, this is This is kind of a waste of time
Yeah.
for some T-shirts and gift certificates. Like,
So, I mean, no, I don't think anybody's going to
got
sue.
bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to sue. Now, the bigger issue I think that doesn't get talked about that probably should is whether or not these are YouTube community guidelines, strikeable offenses, and the effect that would have on channels that run those voices. But, that's a whole separate issue than everything else we've talked about.
Yeah, fair enough. And now I think your article has spurred on some of the likeness, the people with the likenesses being used, has spurred them on to make a comment.
Hey, I really Milt should thank me because I do think the article is the first media article, if I could be so generous to myself. It was the first media article written promoting Super Tip system. So
right. So hopefully it ends up in the what are we looking at here? We want it on Fox News, we want it on Greg Gutfeld. Where should this end up?
Well, you know how like companies will sometimes put like in the news, for like in media coverage. So I would appreciate if you'd screenshot the article and put it on his website.
Sorry. Your article?
Yeah.
He's aware of it.
No, I'm just joking that it's the first media coverage Super Tip's gotten. So
it's probably true though. I'm thinking. Yeah, it has to be. I'm sorry, I'm just lining this up so we can check it out. Nobody likes onions did indeed put that on Twitter today because did you find Mama June saying okay, let's go there. Did you are you paying super chats to get the attention?
I don't want to I don't want to tell the full story of how that ended up in my possession just yet. So if you could give me that leeway.
But yeah, let's go.
It's not an exciting story, but it is a little bit of a story.
But as you can see, nobody likes onions. Ha ha, she mad. And you can see Mr. Turbs and McGurk. Turbs and McGurk, you can follow him on Twitter, as you can see his name there. But yeah, breaking news, video exclusive, etc.
Dude, how do I follow him again? I'm sorry if I've been a little aloof. I just the not being able to see him has kind of thrown me off. I feel like I've been tripping hearing voices in my head.
At Turbs McGurk.
Nice.
Right there on screen, big guy. My screen, as a matter of fact. The one you can see, Adam.
Sorry, I just took edibles
and then the entire fucking show again.
Listen, I'm on edibles. There's been this guy, this voice in my. I thought I was hearing voices in my head. I'm a little thrown off, but I want to show him the respect, because he seems pretty cool.
No, I would put him on screen, but all you're gonna see is the same profile you see right there on the screen right now.
Yeah, it's like the OBS virtual camera thing. No, I get it. It throws me off. I'm a very visual person. So,
hey Patrick, I just want to reach out to you because I ain't gonna motherfucking tell you all the motherfucking people that's been hitting me up on my Instagram, but I'm gonna make this damn video, okay? I know you're trying to run your damn YouTube show over there, you know what I'm saying? But you cannot be using my name, my images, my IA generated voices to make fucking money without my fucking permission. Are you gonna give me some of that motherfucking cheese? I understand that you're using my voice, my pictures, my shit, whatever, to make money. And hey, I ain't knocking your motherfucking hustle.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Motherfucking cut. It is not okay, baby, because all I have to do is tell YouTube that you are doing illegally and you do not have my permission to do a damn thing, okay? A damn thing, okay? So I need my percentage, you know what I'm saying, of your nobody likes onions on YouTube. I'm going to make a video and tell everybody to go report the page if you keep doing what you're doing.
You should have put your little face symbol on the other side so we could have seen her nicely sculpted hairdo like Carmen Diaz in There's Something About Mary. You know, that jizz hair gel. Yeah. She got some fucked up hair. I like how she talks.
Love that movie.
Did she always talk like a black person, or is this newer?
Yeah, she's.
I
really
don't remember her
now.
talking like "Give me my money," like doing that shit. That's funny.
Yeah, she sounds very ratchet.
Yeah, for sure. So, and you don't want to tell us how she got a hold of the information? Did she know generally, or have people been reaching out to these creators to let them know that there is some AI stuff going on with their likenesses? Do you know?
I don't know the answer. She said that people have reached out to her on Instagram. I have no idea. I've never talked to her through Instagram, so I couldn't verify if that's true or not.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
Over there, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
I don't
this
know
will
if
not
I
be
have a
used in,
shitload more questions. Lemmy, did you have any more questions? Generally.
Hey, Lemmy,
Yeah,
good to see you.
Did you have
see
any
you.
more? Lemmy,
Sorry.
did you have any more questions for Turbs?
No. I look forward to more of your articles, man. It was a good read. It was eye-opening. Sorry, my cat is like tripping. Wants love real bad.
As far as this article or this topic goes, are you still looking into it, or are you going to have more information upcoming in the future for anything about this?
I've got a few things I've been working on with it, but mainly I'll just follow it sort of as it progresses. I mean, I think the service is good, so I do think that it's going to do well, and I think Melton's talked about expanding the service, opening up to more people. So, obviously, I hope the service expands and he makes more money off of it. But now I'll cover that if there's some interesting take I can have on it. So I mean, I'm not listen. I know obviously it's it's upset a lot of Melton fans, but I do think the service is good. So
yeah, fair enough, man. You're more than welcome to. Actually, I mean, I do have. Shit, I should have thought about that before the show, huh? I know I got Turbs in here somewhere. You got some links. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, not really. I just have like one video.
Okay, so pretty much.
There just Twitter, Turbs McGurk.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, people can follow you on YouTube too. So when you get your channel going and you get your AI super tip system going on your channel,
yeah, let's see if I can get that.
Yeah, what's the chances that we can get Turbs McGurk on the super tip system?
Listen, it just comes down to if Melton wants to do business,
Right. But yeah, you're more than welcome to stay and hang out and talk Steel Toe and Mersh and
sure.
Stuttering John if you would like to. If you got some free time, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah, I'll hang around.
Cool. Like it. Yeah, man. It's been a while. We've had you on, of course, the weekly Dabble review a few times and whatever. You seem to be a knowledgeable fellow about all things going on in the Dabbleverse. So
nice.
I know I was trying to get you on Monday or whatever, but you've been busy doing other stuff. So we'll just leave it at that. Life happens while we're trying to do other stuff. I get it.
Yep.
All right. So back to the toe. It's all about the toe here at the BYB. No, it's not. We know it's not. It's all about the goal, right? Help us get to 300 memberships. That's what we're always striving for over here. That will be the forever goal, apparently. Yes. All right. Right back into this. Let's do it. I don't even remember where we left off, but I'm sure it had something to do with Pat Dixon and Anthony Cumia and abandonment issues that Gino Biscotti might be having at this point. Anyone else find it very interesting about Gino yelling at everybody not to, if you're broke, then nobody's too broke to give Gino a membership for $5. I did think that was very interesting, and that's what kind of spurred on a lot of this conversation. Honestly, was what Gino said. Gino started all this shit. Good job, Gino. Who isn't part of the Dabbleverse, right? Totally not.
Well, he seems like he's frustrated with it right now.
The Dabbleverse, or just this entire thing in general?
Well, the situation, the Dabbleverse. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would be the kind of thing that after a while you would regret. You would regret getting yourself involved. He seems like he said he doesn't want to be involved in it. He kind of regretted getting involved in the shit, but I think it's kind of funny when people get to see how many people get frustrated with the Dabbleverse.
I mean, Gino always was, in general, part of the Dabbleverse, even though he tried to fight it the entire time. I remember, whatever, I've been watching it for years, and he always tried to stay out of it. But when you're whatever, if you're having problems with all the people in it, and or are friends with everybody in it, and or are starting wars with everybody in it, then you're part of it.
It's one of those things that it's like, yeah, if the Dabbleverse is interested in you, they're gonna focus on you, and there's really not much you can do to stop them.
That's a fact. Check. Sorry, I'm just looking at something.
No, you're good. Fuck, my babe died.
I said about her turned out to be true. And then when she showed herself to be that thing, they all kind of just like turned on me about it. It's like, guys, I've been warning you about these people forever and ever. And then they show themselves to you. And then you look back at me and you go, what the fuck? And I go, I fucking said so. But they use people to get what they, right. That's what I said. I honestly, what I always told Keanu was talk to him. You'll see. And then guess what? They started talking to him again. And guess what? They saw. Oh my God. So, I mean, forgive me. Cool. For what? Somebody wrote that it doesn't seem like Anthony's going to Gino's wedding. Are Anthony and Gino having a lover's quarrel now? Can Anthony not fuck up any relationship? Opie, Bill Burr, Club Soda Kenny, Gino.
Maybe Anthony just doesn't want to go to the fucking wedding.
JT10 with $10 says, LOL, great job. I love it. Here is some goal loot. Ant is a hack podcaster now. He is literally the next stuttering John. In fact, I would respect John more than Ant since John isn't a coward like Anthony. Wow. That is
wow.
Meaningless point. They're respecting John.
Yeah, it's a meaningless point I will hang on to with dear life, hoping that everyone believes everything that's being said by my chatters. Pretty much desperate.
Anthony, the John stuff has always been overplayed, and it's always been by people who needed John more than John needed them. I mean, John's a buffoon, but he doesn't deserve an entire community revolved around him. And then
yes, he does.
You look at the community that revolves around him, and it's like it's so clear that what it is.
Yeah, it's
hilarious.
It's not even. I mean, it's not a parasitic. What do they call that? A mutual
symbiotic relationship. Yeah.
Right, where everybody kind of benefits off of each other. No one's literally sucking up.
Yeah, John could just disappear if he really wanted to. Aaron sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about when he starts talking about Dabbleverse shit.
I mean, there's a lot of topics that he doesn't seem to know what he's talking about when he starts talking about them. But yeah, that's one of them.
I think he's projecting
online enough where he
there.
should. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think he's projecting a little bit there because obviously that's what's happening to him. There's people feeding off of him.
Yeah.
Like everybody right now.
Yeah, I think somebody said it in the chat. I mean, he really is the new stuttering John for everybody.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we've done that poll question a few times, maybe twice in the last few months. Because I was, I'm doing like a spot check, just kind of curious where people are at with thinking that. And Aaron has been winning the who is the bigger locale poll question.
And you know what the common thread is what that really comes down to is you're fascinating. You're a train wreck. You're interesting. You handle the criticism
so bad. We care about you now.
Yeah, you handle the criticism so fucking poorly that it just creates more fucking content for people to laugh at, and it becomes the snowball thing. That's the essence of what really makes a true lolcow, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Stuttering John, you got Aaron Imholt, you got Michaela, just true lolcows.
Yeah.
Michaela, wow, shots fired. You heard that here. Michaela probably heard that here.
I was just running through the list in my head. So.
You got to have that certain je ne sais quoi to be a true good quality lolcow, a certain joie de vivre.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Yeah. Turbs.
Yeah.
Did you just use my platform to shots at Michaela? Hold on, wait a minute. So you have to explain that a little bit more.
I was just thinking in my head. because like the thing that is like with Aaron Imholt and same thing with like all those other people I named, it's like, people love shitting on them. And then also people love watching other people shitting on them. And so, just running through a list in my head. And so I had, I was thinking, okay, Stuttering John, Aaron, Michaela, those are people that it's fun to shit on.
Generally think about people in chats as being locals, honestly. Sorry, man. All right. We have different definitions of local, apparently. But we'll move on.
Maybe so.
It's a bunch of people more pathetic than John in their own lives, kind of circling around John because they need someone to point at and go, oh, that guy's a piece of shit. I mean,
really, Aaron, really are all these people generally their lives are worse than Stuttering John's? Have you not been watching his life unfold recently there, Aaron? Maybe he doesn't pay attention enough to know what a disaster we're watching. And it's both of them.
The idea of someone's
go ahead.
Sorry, someone's life that's worse than Stuttering John, man, that's a person that I really don't want to meet.
Yeah, no kidding.
Scary. Sorry, go ahead, Derek.
He's never been that entertaining.
Good.
Not even like on lol cow status. But a lot of these guys just saw easy numbers from it, and then they just kept exploiting it, and they got lazy. Yeah, Kevin Soundboard says, after seeing Cumia on Dixon, I don't think he's going to that wedding. What did he say about Gino that made you think he's not going to the wedding? I don't know.
I know who's not going to the wedding. Do you guys know who's not going to the wedding?
Piqued his interest, though, for sure. You see, he's very.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about all these losers' lives. Totally not. He's totally not pissed off at Gino. And no, I mean, he still brings them up all the time. So obviously there is some hurt feelers there. No doubt about that. I mean, obviously we don't watch Keanu cast, so we haven't really been keeping up with the Joneses, as they say. So I'm not even honestly that sure exactly what Keanu has been saying, etc. Aaron provides more content than Joe does.
John.
And Lemmy didn't even point out the misspelling. That is growth, Lemmy. You're not yelling at our chatters for your grammar Nazi ways, I should say.
I'm yelling at you for saying Joe and not John.
Did I say Joe? Ouch. All right, well that's a double ouch on me.
That's chops. I expect it from him. I'm being honest.
Yeah, well,
turntables have turned.
Yeah, how the turntables have turned. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, they're firing back at me. I got a dose of it there, didn't I, Chops? That's a fact. Dos eques. And I'm not even the most interesting man in the world. So that wasn't even worth it. Turbs, you might be the most interesting man in the world, right? Because you're an unknown. We've never seen your face. You're a man of mystery at the bare minimum.
Yeah, I guess the only time my face has been seen in this area of the internet would be when Joey put it up on his stream, but I think he's taking it down now since we're friends.
Good friends?
Yeah.
Why you guys have similar? You guys have the same enemies?
Just no. I mean, it got boring harassing him, so I stopped doing it. And then he one day apologized to me, and I said, "Okay." And so we've been fine.
Yeah, I guess
I'm sure he's apologized to you too.
Yeah. We're on a good footing at this point, which I had never considered a possibility at any point in the
Me neither.
That was going to happen, but it did. So be it. Life goes on. Things change, right?
That's right.
As far as stuttering, John goes. With the whole Vince the lawyer thing, and I do have some TM Derek information as far as the settlement that VTL made today. I guess we can wait. All right, let's just. I wanted to talk about April's body
what?
I can't even talk. Body cam footage.
Oh.
Whoa. There was some interesting news in that stuff today. Yeah, let's see that ass.
That's publicly
Shake
available
that
now?
ass. Shake that ass. Yeah, shake that ass. Yeah, it's so weird looking back on all of that that period of time, considering where we're at now, and that okay. So they were talking about the possibility maybe that Lifetime movie does happen, Lemmy, or that maybe April possibly writes a book in the future. Can you imagine our little meetup with me, you, and Aaron as far as the time he came on and we were giving him a bad time about putting April in the bikini on the stream?
Mm-hmm.
That whole breakdown, can you imagine that being like in a Lifetime movie? Like, oh, who's going to play us in the movie? That's all I really want to.
Lemmy, that was great. Don't call me sweetheart, dude. Like, you were so
Don't call
pissed.
me honey, dude.
There was a honey, yeah.
Yeah, I got a T-shirt in my merch shop that says that now.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't call me honey, dude. We have a whole fucking cartoon made out of us. That was a genius. Love
it's
it.
so funny how people like this, like the podcasters, sometimes like they get so weird when they get challenged on this stuff.
I think I want Daniel Day-Lewis to play me, kind of like a my left foot type situation. I think he could really get into my character.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I want Janine Garofalo.
Yeah, definitely.
No, she's too old.
Yeah.
In the 80s, that
I've always been such a fan of her, and I loved Reality Bites with her and fucking Winona Ryder.
You bite. All right. So I might have to skip forward on this a little bit. Yes, let's go ahead and do this.
This paperwork raised some questions, and I will answer them. April Imholt has received in her criminal case for drug possession a discovery disclosure. And I should clarify, after talking to an attorney, discovery disclosure and evidence are different. So when you are a prosecuting attorney and you're going, or even a defense, and you're going to submit things into discovery, you basically have to itemize every single thing that you intend to bring to discovery, everything. So you have to cast a pretty broad net. You have to give a heads up, like, hey, in the next year throughout discovery, we are going to ask for all of this. And you have to be really, 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 really good about making sure you ask for everything that could possibly be relevant, because unless there is a major discovery mid-case, you can't amend your discovery findings, because you're letting the opposition party know what they're going to have to prepare to give you. So it would be really unfair if the government or the civil person suing you could just keep saying, like, hey, I want this too, and I want this too, and I want this too. It's all up front. These are all the things that we're going to need from you. So make sure you get them ready during this process. And one of the things that they mentioned in April's case with her drug possession is the body cam footage. I don't know if I'll be able to find this as well, but they basically have this checklist. And the police go through and they'll add a checklist for everything. Video recordings for body cam. Yeah, it's just a checklist. So they're saying we're probably going to add, or we're reserving the right to bring the body cam footage into evidence later. Not necessarily that it is into evidence, but it's a possibility. Also, people were questioning, they didn't realize that April Imholt had a criminal history. And I was told by a former prosecuting attorney that when you are charging somebody...
We've seen her criminal history. It's very minimal.
Yeah, it's like traffic tickets.
Exactly. So whatever they're trying to say on that one.
That's criminal? Really?
Technically.
Yeah.
Technically,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's small time shit, but it is technically criminal. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
But okay.
Turns out my grandmother was a degenerate criminal. She had a lot of traffic tickets.
Everybody in the United States has had at least a traffic ticket or something like that. So we're all criminals. Some of us are smoother criminals than others, right, Lemmy? We know you're a Michael Jackson fan. That's a shout out. Shout out to another PDF. Right there you go.
How dare you? Don't even say that. That's terrible.
I know you're going to have to defend him. I understand.
No, he was one of the very few in Hollywood that were trying to fucking protect those kids.
Fuck and protect those kids?
No.
Is that what you said?
Wait, what?
Fuck and protect. You
I
can't
will
do both.
die on the Michael Jackson hill all day, every single day.
Dead. You're dead. Just like them ladies OJ killed. Allegedly. Yeah, that's slander. I better watch it.
Well, he's dead now. You don't got to worry about it. What's he going to do? Is his ghost going to sue you?
Yes, the ghost of OJ coming for me. Okay, so let's just roll this.
Because this is just like a checklist. Defendant's criminal history is basically always checked because there's no use the fact that she had for doing it because they can. The body cam footage has not been entered into evidence in the April M. Holt case, but it could be, which means.
So the main point is that if it was entered into evidence, then we could all see the body cam footage like immediately. It's checked as part of discovery, which means that April Imholt, has access to the body cam footage now and could share it with someone possibly at this point. So I have a feeling we're kind of in the middle of a highest bidder might win the body cam footage.
How much money do you think she could get for it?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And would Nick Rekieta pay money to make sure that she doesn't? But also, I mean,
that too.
Would it be like 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000? Like,
name your number,
man. I think she could get 2,000 easy. Like, I think if she said, "Hey, I want 2,000," I think that money would find its way to her really quickly.
would 2,000 be worth it? Maybe if you're a crackhead, but
I mean, imagine hey, listen,
Well,
Martin's got successful super tips. He could have one hell of an episode if he had that footage.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not a crackhead, but a cokehead. I mean, come on, no. But okay, so that was the other premise of that. I'm not going to say that I came up with this on my own. I will say that they did say that on the episode we were just watching later in it, which is the fact that she kind of does have something to hang over Nick Rekieta's head at this point, which is body cam footage that she could release right now. That is kind of funny. Like, he's going to have a hard time kicking her out of the house and making her move on or like any of that stuff. Well,
leverage.
She's got a serious point of leverage. So she's going to be like, yeah, treat me good. Buy me all those dresses. Take me to all these art shows. Or maybe that body cam footage kind of accidentally makes its way out.
Women don't hate having leverage over men.
Lemmy, comment?
Yeah, we like it a lot.
Yeah.
You know women, ladies?
I mean, we don't get to fight with our hands, man. That's like that's a right hook to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's a fact, Jack.
It's a shitty thing to do. I will stand on that. It's a fucking shitty thing to do, holding shit like that over people's heads in general.
And she might not be like that, right? Who knows?
I hope. I don't think she would be. But the whole body cam footage thing cracks me up. And if I were either of those two, I would never release it, ever. Just because literally nobody's fucking entitled to that. It's so funny to watch these little nerds like squeeb on the internet of how like we should be able to watch this fucking body cam footage. But no, it's not yours. You're not entitled to it. I don't care how much money you raised on the false promise of you getting a fucking body cam footage, man.
And
I think it's the taxpayers.
Yeah. I honestly don't feel like being a crackhead is a moral crime per se. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, it sucks. It's not a good thing to do, but yeah, that's true. The whole child, the kids, that whole aspect of things. I mean, you have a totally legitimate point about that, but I'm just saying, don't people have a right to be crackheads? I'm saying
April does. She doesn't have a kid.
Right. Exactly. Precisely. That's what I mean. Being a crackhead is not a crime.
Lemmy, once a forever mommy, always a forever mommy. You can't unforever your forever momminess. It's just something you can't do.
Fair enough.
Dare she, that cunt. All right. I was thinking we could just move on to Stuttering John, but let's go ahead and let's hear a little bit more from AA Ron. Of course, he was wearing his female football jersey today again on a Friday, which doesn't make any sense. Was there a Friday game today? I don't think so. Maybe that was last 9/27. What's today? The 28th or 29th?
It's the 27th.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
Somebody's
was from
chair
Rumble
creaking right now. Can you guys hear that?
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry, I just had to focus on that and bring this show to a fucking grinding halt. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Derek.
Oh, it's
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. I pictured Turbs McGurk in a office in a wooden chair at a wooden desk. And
It's not a problem.
Rocking.
No, that is true. It's a wooden chair for sure.
I'm just kind of stoned right now, so I
on a wood floor even. Yeah, you're just tuning into all the wrong things. You're like,
I totally 100%. And I think that's fucking funny. I really do.
And it's better because you can't see me moving, so you have nothing to associate the sound with.
Yeah, it's very disorienting, which is fine, but it's funny. I think it's funny. It's like a bit. I feel like I'm tripping.
Wow. Yeah, that's I used my remote locator abilities that I learned from the I'm not supposed to talk about this. Damn it. I always do that. Moving on. Oh shit, they're here. Fuck. No. Sure.
And you know, that's the funny thing. Like the people who hate steel toe are so irrational that they live their lives for me. And they want
I live my life for you.
This is so feminine. Just the way he's
it's true. Everything I do it for you. Yeah, right? I mean, we turned into fucking Bryan Adams here all of a sudden. How did that happen? No, we are all haters because you annoy the fuck out of us, Aaron, but no, not, yeah, I paused it perfect again. On accident, perfect. I don't even think I have to try hard at this point. It's just automatic. Look at that retard face.
That is a great freeze frame.
God, that's horrible.
Hey, what do you want from me? Is there ever a freeze frame where Aaron looks like he's a smart person who has his shit together? It's always just like, these are horrible.
Dude, he literally is Dan Aykroyd in any stupid movie about the Midwest that you could possibly think of, which is close to Chicago, which he's close to Chicago. So he is exactly that guy.
Can you like keep just hitting like pause, and just cycle through? Can we just do all these freeze frames? No, but there's so many great freeze frames with him. Like every second, every other one of them is hilarious.
Wait. We have a virgin here. Before I read B. Smiley the Third, who made a great point, let me just point out that we have a virgin in the chat. A clip virgin. I love that. That's great. Good job, whoever you are. Love it. B. Smiley the Third. Yeah, well, yeah, we all hope you get laid, man, woman, whatever you are, trans, hermaphrodite. Even a lot of cops would probably prefer not to have their body cam online, but luckily we have the right to FOIA. I don't know exactly how it all works, but that body cam will probably be available at some point. I would agree with that, B. Smiley the Third, and we're hoping so. For God's sakes, we want to see what the kids. What were the kids living through? We want to know. We want to see the kids, the drugs, the guns. We want to see it all, motherfucker. All right, we got to hide that. That's way too big. Sorry if you didn't have time to read it. You'll have to pause and catch up.
Want me to die. Like, it's not good enough unless I die.
Wow, whoa. Let's start off on a really hot point there. They want me to die.
He looks psychotic in this freeze frame. Something about his eyes. He looks retarded.
No, he's trying to catch a football. That's how you catch a football, except for the one thumb. That's the look that his dad saw when he threw a football as hard as he could at his face when he was like 8, trying to kill him. Just like the haters, apparently. Everybody's trying to kill the toe. The point of playing this wasn't really to play the entire thing and hear all of his thoughts on haters. It was more or less just to hear his thoughts on death. He's constantly talking about his own death, whether he's talking about the haters that want to see him dead, Nobody wants to see Steel-Toe dead. We all want to see him live forever so we can laugh at him
It's
forever.
very dramatic and it's very feminine of him to be like, "Oh, maybe if I just kill myself." It's like, calm down, dude. Relax.
It's very
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want you to die. We just want to make fun of you.
Lemmy, have you ever heard the guy? Yeah, merch eyes. Yeah, he does have merch eyes. Those aren't Betty Davis eyes. That's for fucking A sure. Lemmy, do you remember any time in the past before this year him ever bringing up haters wanting him to die or him offing himself?
No.
This is absolutely not. This is a brand new fucking Aaron Immel that you're not used to, right?
I'm not used to it, but I get it. He's desperate. He's fucking desperate. He's a desperate and manic man.
There you go. There you go, Spurg Snake. Minnesota Mersh. Minnesota Mersh. Wow. That's a good one. Yeah, it's his talk about death is just constant now.
It's a great show topic.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're trying to do a comedy show or whatever, half-assed comedy show, half-assed journalism show. But I guess that's part of it. Like, we got to be honest.
No. I'm saying it's a great show topic for him. I'm sure his viewers love hearing him talk about death.
Right. It's interesting for us, but yeah, you would think maybe that's what he's trying to do to garner super chats and money at this point, right? Like,
get in the money while you still can.
Just see how much gas he can dump on the fire. How dramatic can I make my show, and how much fodder can I give to people? Because that will get people engaged, and yeah, that usually translates to more money.
If you don't pay my bills, I will off myself, or my haters will win because I'll be dead. I won't be able to afford food.
What's he going to do, though, if and when people eventually get tired of him, get sick of him, don't find this interesting anymore, and move on?
We're waiting to find out, Adam.
Yeah.
Very interesting question.
As he just drives his ever diminishing business model into the ground.
Right. Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Maybe I'll end this poll question here shortly.
Maybe you'll just end it all. Derek, stop suicide baiting.
Maybe now is a good time to end it all. As far as the podcast.
No, Derek, you have a lot to live for.
Yeah. The poll question. Let's see what we got here.
Fucking 25 minutes of stuttering, John. Like trying to set stuff up.
No, shouldn't take me that long. No, I just figured we'd end the poll question and see what's up. Let's get the answers. Yeah, Mersh and Aaron right there, neck to neck, 40-40. Chad Zumach. Wow, Chad Zumach even beat out Stuttering John. But yeah, thanks for all 116 of you for voting. We do appreciate that. Absolutely.
I'll be really sad if any of them die. I really would be.
Yeah, we're enjoying this, right, guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't want nobody to die. That's too extreme.
It is a lot.
That's no fun. People dying, that's kind of a bummer.
Kind of.
Real fucking downer.
At some point, though, one of these lolcows is something crazy is going to happen, and I think it's just going to bum everybody out.
Well, I mean, we've already had deaths in the Dabbleverse. I mean, Lemmy's already brought up like Redbeard, but we lost Bobby.
Yeah,
we lost
I know.
Bobby last year, man.
I feel so bad that God
passed away, man.
Bobby P was cool. I liked Bobby P. I was on the show when Bobby P was still around. Yeah.
Yeah, we miss you, Bobby. Bobby, we miss you, buddy. Fuck yeah, we do.
I love Negroes.
Yeah, that really bummed me out to hear about him.
Yeah. So shit happens, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right, let's continue.
Like they want the worst. And when I wake up in the morning, it makes them. I thought he was dying last night. So these people are irrationally. I mean, I imagine the life or lack thereof you would have to have.
Look at the spider off the chain. Jeez.
You talking about the tarantula?
The hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Spider on his head. smack
Why
it.
didn't he just keep that shit short? He's a guy who should just like shave his. He should just cut his hair really short. It would look better than when he grows it out.
All right, you got to take off. Oh, I was going to.
She's gone.
Her do her blocks.
She's gone.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Yeah, everybody go follow Lemmy at Twitch. It's Little Lemmy on Twitch, and at Rumble, Little Lemmy also. Easy to find. Yes, she has a superior morning show. I do believe it starts at 8 o'clock Eastern in the morning. So usually goes from like 8 to 11, 8:30 to 11, somewhere in there. A very superior morning show. So go give her some love also, folks. Indeed.
My fortune or misfortune, like any development in my life would affect you at all. The mental illness to not understand how much of an own that is of you to me owning you. I can't help you if that's where you're at. If you can't see that, then your hate has consumed you, and you are forever to the dark side, my child. Thank you very much, April.
That's another win for the toe.
Fired Ginger. Speaking of,
that's another win for the toe, my friends.
Yeah, so pretty amazing. That's what he fucking thinks. That somehow that is a win for the toe again. Even though I can't imagine. We just all stated the simple fact that we're just interested in watching this shit. We don't want anyone to die. I don't really think any of the haters do, which is pretty much his entire fucking chat at this point. Or most of his viewer base, as far as I can tell, are just that.
I think deflecting to the whole people want me dead thing, it's an escape from the accountability. It's an escape from having to focus on the embarrassment of the stupid decisions he made. And that's really what it boils down to. Just deflecting.
I see dead people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for Steel Toe. We don't want to bore everybody with Steel Toe topics. We can get into the Stuttering John. But yeah, so I just wanted to play that again so people can hear him. A lot of people were trying to figure out what he said about Stuttering John that pissed Stuttering John off, because no one could figure that out in the first place. And indeed, that's what it was. All he did was just say that he's a buffoon. And we already
call him a lol cow because that might have triggered him. The term.
We could listen to it again, but I don't believe he did.
Speaking from experience, no, I don't think porn fucked me up, but I did stop watching at some point. I did just go, we should probably, it was about when I got with April. I stopped watching porn. I was just so much. It was around that time where people were starting to kind of realize what it did and all that. And it just juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
He's a no fapper.
No faps. Yeah, just like Gavin McGinnis and the Proud Boys. No fap.
Very trad.
That's right.
He's a Christian conservative, very virtuous.
So Aaron says that he was saved from whacking himself by April Imholt.
By not whacking.
April Anderson. No yanks.
That's good for him.
It's interesting.
He could probably use some porn right about now.
I'm sure he threw that out the window.
He's probably trying to make some on top of a slam piece at this point, right? Slamming away. He doesn't need porn. He's got slam piece. I'm not sure if she's been around as much lately, though. He has said some negative stuff about her. Actually, that was pointed out. What's the name of the show? Little Piggy.
What?
The new Melton show. It's called like Little Piggy, something like that. It's Carl, Moody. I almost said Moody. It almost got me. Moody, Tukey, Melton, Carl.
Okay.
They do a show on Fridays. It's not Double Point anymore. Apparently, it's Little Piggy something.
We lost Adam.
Yeah, he's still here. He's just doing something.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Plankton
I'm
says
just snacking.
April was Aaron's Yoko. I mean, there's something to that. She didn't like when it was like only guys stuff. She always
Oh, there it is, folks. That's what I was looking for. That's the exact moment. Don't care about your snack till after we make this point. Then I'm going to get back to your snacks. All right. So let's very closely listen to what he says there, because we keep saying, hey, there definitely had to be some gay shit happening over there. We're trying to catch him in the moment where he does end up saying something about doing gay shit. I have a feeling we just heard some of it right there.
I mean, there's something to that. She didn't like when it was like only guys stuff.
April didn't like the porn when it was only guy stuff.
Derek, can you back it up like 3 seconds? Look at the way the way he's gripping this pen with both hands is so feminine.
Okay, while he's talking about gay porn, apparently. Yeah, I guess those
totally
two
no,
go
but just
together.
look at his hand. Analyze his like analyze his hand movements. Analyze this. Analyze his hand movements. It's so
You can't tell me.
gay.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that didn't just sound like an admission that he watched gay porn with April and she
Sure.
didn't like it. That's what it fucking sounded like to me.
And whack in the wiener.
Fucking A.
I guess we're just focusing on the body language too much.
It's good, man.
It's okay. We're both noticing
right?
things.
Plankton says April was Aaron's Yoko. I mean, there's something to that. She didn't like when it was like only guys stuff. She always thought she was like one of the guys and should be there. And I'd let her go. I John Lennoned her. That's for sure.
So April didn't like when he went and only hung out with other men, like Nick by himself, maybe.
Yeah, I'm very jealous.
Very sus. Very sus.
Except when it came to drugs, then we'd fight. The Duke is coming for you, Toe. I saw that. I didn't see the clip. I didn't watch it. But I guess John, what did John have a problem with? What did I say exactly? Somebody gave me money and said shit on Anthony. And so I shit on Anthony, and I did, by all reviews, I did a pretty fucking good job. Kept it pretty accurate. But I must have, John must have caught some shrapnel from the whole thing. And he got upset. And I guess he went on a big rant about me. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'll check it out this weekend. But I don't know what I said to upset stuttering John. But I don't know. I don't feel any heat from John. I'm not going to start some big fight or feud thing with getting involved in the Dabbleverse, which is boomerific. Just a real, you look outside of that Dabbleverse, how people feel about it, and boy, do they just shit all over it. Because it is gay. It's so lame and it's so depressing.
Yes.
But it's the only thing keeping him going right now, right?
No, he's coping. It's weird. It's like both things are true. Yes, he's coping, but I don't necessarily disagree with everything he's saying.
Okay. Turbs, you got to take off.
Yeah, but I wanted to actually say something first. Adam, I didn't realize this when I first got on, but I was listening to your voice, and then I looked on your YouTube page, and I didn't realize you did the Pile-On series on Stuttering
Oh,
John.
yeah.
You're actually, this is funny. I swear I'm not making this up. You're actually the reason I followed the Dabbleverse. I came across your video.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's what got me interested in it. So for all the people that I've pissed off, like Michaela and all that, they kind of have you to blame in a way. But yeah, your Pile-On videos are what got me interested in all this.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm glad you liked him, man. That means a lot to me. Thanks a lot. Cool.
Yep. So small world. Here we are.
Right.
But anyway,
Shit.
It's fun hanging out with you guys. Take care.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on for comment and everything. And it'll probably get back to Melty. So I'm curious to see how that goes. But yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on, and peace, brother.
Yep. See you guys.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. I liked everything about that appearance, except for the fact that if he's right, then we won't have super tips anymore.
I feel bad when he first came on, I just went out to go like smoke a bowl and get some edibles and stuff. And then I came back and I didn't know that he was there. So I'm a very visual person. So just hearing the voice at first, I wasn't sure if he was like a voice on the video we were watching. So it kind of, you know what I mean? It was.
Are you having a hard? I mean, you don't look high at all. So
I was
don't know what the
legitimately
deal is.
confused. No, I am, but I was like,
No,
confused.
no one would think you were high right now.
No.
Nah, you're good. Yeah, you don't look.
This isn't even
stoned
that
at
bad.
all.
I'm much more awake and lucid than I was on Monday. Monday, I'll admit, my performance on Monday sucked. I sucked ass on Monday.
Sucking ass. Yeah, you're not supposed to suck ass while you're doing the shows. You can
I don't
suck ass
literally
all
suck
night
ass.
after
I'm
the
being
shows.
figurative.
No, it's fine. You can suck ass. Just
So
don't
you're
do
saying
it
that what I
during the
do
shows.
off the air is my own business, and you don't care?
Yeah,
That's good.
whatever. I mean, we support your people. And what I mean by that is whatever. Let bygones be
Let
bygones.
my people go.
Let your people do what you people do, whatever you people are into. I don't give a fuck. You people. If you gotta leave early to go fist a guy or whatever you people do, that's totally fine, Adam. You're into fisting, I assume, at this
Yeah,
point.
of course.
Analingus?
If you've
Double
been into,
fisting. Two fists
exactly.
at once.
Eventually, you just need bigger.
Oh, what about a
that's the
foot?
thing.
I'd like to
That's
stick
the-
my foot up somebody's ass.
You never
That'd be
go
great.
down. You never go down in size once you start going with the butt plugs, right, Adam? Like there is no. You don't
Listen,
go
Derek,
smaller.
I don't give my secrets away, okay? This is all part of my patented personal system. And if you want to learn my secrets, you have to subscribe to my course.
Okay. Like
If you want-
Phil
listen,
Elmore's
I'll-
course on fighting with flashlights. Flashlight. You could do a flashlight series.
I'm always scheming and looking for new ways to be a grifter.
We know.
You know,
We know.
Super
we know
chats
you're
is one
Jewish.
thing, but
That's
you've
fine.
got to.
Fine.
I'm always spinning plates, dude. And make that
Yeah,
money.
we get it. You're Jewish. We know. We understand. We
Who
got
told
that
you?
part down.
How did you find that out about me, Derek?
Yeah. Well, I have to do. Ever since the ISO thing happened, I have to do a background check on all of the employees over here at BYB now. So, unfortunate, but that's the route we've had to go to ensure that we don't have any weirdos with weird hard drives.
Well, listen, when my background check comes back, okay, those charges were dropped.
Right. Oh yeah, that incident. Right. Yeah.
That
Well, you
thing-
just barely touched that kid, so it's all good. Just barely grazed, as they say, allegedly. Yeah.
They can't
you
prove nothing.
grazed,
Listen,
you grazed that kid's
they
cup
don't have
holder.
sh-
You just
they don't have
barely
shit on
grazed
me,
their
Derek.
cup
They
holder.
don't have shit. Okay.
How do you accidentally just
I told
graze
we
a cup
agreed
holder?
before. We agreed before I came on the show that we weren't going to talk about that, Derek.
Yeah, no specifics. You're right. You're right. Moving on. Speaking of specifics, I do actually have some breaking news, believe it or not. Let's get into it.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh man, that's not annoying as fuck.
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? What the fuck? You got problem with my interstitial? How dare you?
I like it, but it's also kind of like it's a little grating. I like it though. See, I said something.
Nothing
positive
at the
about it.
BYB network is grading. We don't even have any cheese here, so I don't even know what you're referring to right now.
You know what? Cheese graters, they double as tattoo removers.
Very true. Yes. Yeah. So I thought we weren't going to talk about your criminal past. You just said that a minute ago. Change your mind now?
Nah, I don't know. I'm like Aaron Imholt. I say out of one side of my mouth that I don't want to talk about stuff that's gonna
While sucking
incriminate
on a
me,
cock
maybe
out of
look
the other
stupid, But you know
side.
what? I
Got
just
it.
can't resist. I just can't resist.
All right. Well, you were an equal co-host, but you're going to have to shrink in size a little bit. All right.
You're the one who shrunk, Derek.
Honey, we shrunk the co-host.
Honey, I shrunk the Jew.
That's actually
Probably
pretty good.
the right thing to do because then they have less influence.
I shrunk the Jew. Yes. All right. So the breaking news is the fact that Vince the lawyer and stuttering idiot buffoon buffoonery had reached a settlement. Nobody knew what it was, but I do have the intimate details of said contract.
I'm laughing just because like you're tiny for what seems like no reason at all. And
Well,
I feel like it's okay.
The clip is relevant.
Yeah, I mean, I know it is. No. I'm just saying the way I'm maybe I'm just like too high or something like that right now. But it's like
I have a feeling maybe we should do this. Put you up there where people can't see your eyes. Because if Kevin Brennan is watching our show, he'll be very disappointed that we have people smoking and doing marijuana cigarettes on our show because he's not cool enough to do marijuana. He was denied by all the cool guys in high school. He said that today.
Yeah, nobody offered him any.
And he also bitched about BYB. What a bitch. You thought he expired. No, he's not cottage cheese. He's not
if he did, that would be
dairy. He's not like some product that will just rot on the shelf. Just because he looks like he's rotted on the shelf doesn't mean he actually has.
I don't know.
Appears that way.
I don't know how I would even feel if John did expire, if he did die, but I would that would take me a while for me to process that there being no more John. I mean, there still would be a Dabbleverse, but it would be so different without him.
What would we do with our lives? I mean, I have no idea.
If he were really gone and there was no possibility of him ever coming back, like I guess a part of me would get sad. Yeah. Even though I'm not glued to John, I don't really focus. I really don't cover John and really listen to him and focus on him for the most part. But I don't know. I would be sad if he just died.
Oh, okay, Dave. She doesn't want him to die either. She's just saying he's past his prime.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think anybody does, but I'm just saying, like, it's getting me to think about, like, what if something did happen to him? Like, that would suck, you know? I'd feel bad.
And I saw you did. Dejois, where were you when Kevin Brennan was trashing me in the chat today on MLC? Where were you, Dejois? You were probably giving fucking Kevin Brennan super chats and ignoring my plight.
Where were you, Flat Cat?
How dare you? All right, I totally lost what we were talking about. Okay, so the deal was that Vince the lawyer will get and maintain 30% of Stuttering John's show for 9 months. In addition, we'll be giving him $500 a month.
So that's confirmed. You're saying that's confirmed.
The great quad father on BYB is confirming that is the set agreement that they agreed upon.
Oh, okay.
For the lawsuit. That Stuttering John had not yet signed the deal that they made. Which originally was just going to be 20% of the podcast for 12 months. So apparently they changed it up a little bit, and it's going to be 9 months for 30% plus $500.
Wow.
No jive turkey. I have a good inside source. I do believe is correct. Actually, I have a few people still in Stuttering John's orbit. And I do believe them. So that is confirmed on my end. That's as good as I could do. And no, not like a win by 2. Like I didn't come up with all this shit on my own and just like throwing stuff at the wall. We're not Blade here. Thanks.
Well, maybe we could be win by 2 if we played our cards right. Maybe someday. If we work really, really hard and focus.
All right. So this might be hard to stomach, but we're going to watch some of Stuttering John's show from today. Let's get into it. Should I spend 5 minutes setting it up like Carl?
Yes.
Or should I just do it?
What you need is more setup, especially since you have a ton of like very short clips. So it's very
that
good to
aren't
spend
totally
a lot
self-explanatory.
a big percentage of your show should be you explaining the clip.
So what we're about to watch, and that I could.
I'm
just
not
hit
even
play and
joking.
we
I'm
can
not
watch
even.
it.
I'm not even being sarcastic or smart or anything like that.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
should
like,
be. You fucking knucklehead.
no, you should set up longer. I think it's funny. It's very Andy Kaufman-esque.
Yeah. So what would? No, we're not. We're not doing it. We're just gonna play it. All right. So here is.
That they're better than you and that you weren't successful. Where it's just a bunch of shoolies. Like,
well, I'll just say to Steel Toe. A, I'm not a buffoon. B, at least I didn't lose my wife in a fucking tryst with fucking some coked out losers, and then she gets arrested. Your whole life is in shambles. Never comment about me. You're a fucking loser. I've never commented about you, and now you just fucking drew first blood. So now I will do a whole dossier on you and talk about what a fucking loser you are and what a fucking idiot you fucking are. Don't ever think that you're of my level. You're a fucking buffoon. You're the fucking loser. Don't ever fucking comment on me again, or I'm gonna fucking have to fucking show you the fucking wrath of the Duke. You fucking loser.
Say fuck again.
No. I listen. I agree. This guy should not be.
I do think it's funny though to see John be on the offensive with some. I don't know. I kind of like him trying to troll Aaron. I think it's just something different, something I didn't expect.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, Aaron reaches out to fuck with the Dabbleverse, and then he's like, oh, he's going to be surprised when the Dabbleverse reaches back out to him.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're at with that, right?
His problem is that they didn't embrace him the way he expected. Or
Are you talking about Aaron?
Yeah.
He didn't get the reaction he thought he was going to get. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that 100%. Okay, so anyway, I did mess up on that. That was from yesterday. So this clip I have coming up next is actually from today. It's a little more detailed. It's a little more informed on his part. But there's some other stuff he talks about that I thought was kind of interesting and whatnot. But
is it okay if I
yeah,
bounce after this clip just because I have to piss like super bad and I feel like I don't want to like go for a piss break and then come back and then you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's totally up to you. You could take a piss break and come back for the 2 clips we got left. But
I'll do that. Can I do that?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, TMI. I know. I'm sorry, everybody. He should be doing that
I should try to poop too. That would be great.
Yeah, go poopy.
Do I have
Poopy
time?
boy. Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna go poop. I don't really have to, but I'm just gonna say that because I want everybody
Just
to
say
think that I'm pooping.
You're totally turning Detroit on right now.
Yeah. Ooh, poop. All
She's
right, I'll be right back.
She's getting hot.
And I'm not gonna
thinking
wipe
about this
either.
Steaming pile of shit you're gonna go there. That is actually very Stuttering John-esque. If anyone wants to know what the kinds of things that Stuttering John and I used to talk about during our streams, I did find it interesting that Stuttering John brought me up today and Kevin Brennan, which is it's like what? Like I don't even really fuck with you guys anymore, other than talk shit about stuff I see in clips with you guys being involved. But yeah. MLC was watching. Apparently, the Shuli Network has a whole other show on it now where there's like these ICP Juggalo dudes just hanging out, smoking weed, and talking about the Dabbleverse now. I guess they're trying to find their way into the Dabbleverse too. Whatever. Yeah, apparently they were getting some good super chats to do so. Hundreds of dollars they were making, which I'm sure will piss Stuttering John off, right? But yeah, it was interesting to hear Stuttering John talk about Aaron, and in his life is totally fallen apart. He's lost everything. It's interesting to hear that from a guy like Stuttering John, whose kids are trans, and he has like 0 real friends other than Hitman Dan and who else? I mean, is Clay Dabbler a true friend? He's a true fan, but he comes off as just like a fanboy, as far as I can tell. All right, let's do this. Put ones in the chat if you think that Rob Saul and Clay Dabbler are fanboys. Don't worry about anything else. You could put a 2 in the chat if you think that they are actual true friends, but I'll assume that's what you think if you don't put a 1 in the chat. But absolutely, it is weird to hear Stuttering John talk shit about Aaron Imholt, where his life has gone. When you consider that Stuttering John is, like I said, sitting down there, pretty much all ones. Yeah, here we go. The ones are coming. I have a feeling. But yeah, the dude's sitting down there in Florida by himself. I don't think he really has any friends left at this point, any true friends. And making fun of Aaron. Stuttering John, his kids are trans? His wife's with another guy. He can't stop talking about her. That's a good sign that you're not over your ex-old lady, is the fact that you constantly fucking talk about her. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't believe that's an incorrect fact whatsoever. Yeah, so one locale. If Stuttering John went to war with the other biggest locale in the Dabbleverse, Aaron Imholt, I think that would make for some good entertainment. They're both. You made a very, very good point too there, Detroit. Which very good point. If I can find it, yeah. When it comes to Stuttering John, the wrath of Mr. Nothing Ever Happens. You never cross the Duke, because nothing will fucking ever happen to you. You might get 3 voicemails on different nights in the middle of the night, like I did, or Joey C gets the same thing. It's like, oh no, we're gonna get voicemails. You got us, John. You really taught us a fucking lesson for fucking with you.
Oh, man.
Dude,
John
everybody that's owned John has got zero wrath.
Dude, his hollow threats. I've been threatened by him. Nothing. A big fucking jerk off. That guy never follows up on any threats.
He's got a big mouth. He just has zero backbone, zero follow through. That's just kind of where he's at.
Yeah.
He's useless, impotent. And yeah, that's for me. Calling another guy impotent. Indeed. All right. I got a little bit of Stuttering John left, and then we got a clip from yesterday with Mersh surviving the hurricane.
Can I just say, Muttering Jay is telling you to snipe Lisa Jordana right now. I don't know what that's all about.
Snipe her. She's crying about 20K. I have a feeling Elise Jordana would strike my channel, much like the other female creators that keep threatening that kind of shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust her. She's a little kooky.
I thought I could stripe. Well, I mean, it'd be fun to snipe, like Kiana did a show the other day that was fucking Mint Salad. Mint Salad, that's her name. The girl that hangs out with young Clippa.
Yeah, Dick Masterson and Vito.
Yeah, that chick. She's in the middle of all that shit. She was on with Chrissy Mayer the other day, and I thought that episode was the worst shit. It was a premiere, so you couldn't really stream snipe it. But I thought about watching it back and commenting on it and whatnot, and it's just not worth it because it's Chrissy Mayer's channel. I know she would probably strike me if she found it. So. Not worth it, but it was the epitome of something to break down and make fun of. Keanu the entire time was making her microphone make a bunch of noise the entire time. Mint Salad is kooky and makes 0 points, and I think she's probably in the 80s as far as IQ level. She seems slightly retarded.
Didn't she like run away from her family when she was young to go live with that fucking Riley guy? That
Oh
whole,
yeah,
I know
well
there's all
that's
that.
I
There's
think
all
that
that
is Young
lore
Clipper.
about her.
No,
Like,
Young
she's-
Clipper is the
Yeah.
Riley guy. It's
Yeah.
one and the same.
They're
I mean, they
fucking-
were both at Hackmania, and then they went to go fuck with Eric July in Dallas after that event. Like the next day, he got arrested. Apparently, he had warrants out.
Yeah.
All very uninteresting, except for the fact that having Mint Salad on your show to have her break down and explain all that stuff is the most boring shit that ever happened on Earth.
I have to say though, I was never interested in that stuff. Like I was always a fan of Dick Masterson's show, and I remember not having listened to it for a while, and I tuned in, and then they start off talking about Eric July, and I was just like, enough about this Eric July thing. Like, talk about fucking something else. Like, it was kind of an interesting story, but not really.
Well,
not interesting enough to stretch it out like Taffy into a fucking huge arc. It's not like a whole season of a TV
Nah,
show.
man.
It's like,
nah,
whatever.
he's a hero. He's taking on the man, the Disney. Yeah, he can take Disney out with one drawing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, all right. I guess a certain amount of people find this fascinating, but I see something like that, and I just go,
If
I
you're
don't
into
personally
fucking
care about it.
nerd shit, then yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I'm just
I don't even
indifferent.
know-
I don't have an
it's
opinion.
Star
about it.
Wars
Yeah,
or Star
comic
Trek.
books and
It's one
comic
of
book
those.
fucking creator
Yeah,
drama, especially
exactly.
now. It's like, who cares?
Yeah, why do you even draw now? That shit's all fucking done by computers. What a waste of time.
Yeah. I do enjoy Dick Masterson's show,
Nerds!
but he's fucking crazy though. That whole world and those people, they're psychotic.
Yeah, I don't understand nerds. Why don't you guys go play Dungeons and Dragons or Magic or something, you fucking nerds? Fucking nerds, like Jim Stansel might say. All right, let's move on. Wait a minute. Horatio, Dick is awful and a complete degenerate.
True
Yeah,
and
my dick,
true.
my
Yes.
dick is too. Absolutely, always is awful, and it's a complete degenerate. It has a
I
mind
think
of its
he would
own.
tell you that. I think he'd admit to being an awful degenerate.
He's the Masterson.
Yeah. Dick
I like his
Masterson, you're a
name.
bad man.
Yeah. He's a bad man with a mic in his hand. He's a real bad man. Oh, wait, no, that's Michael Gambinelli. All right, let's
Juju
play
the
this clip.
cow.
Yeah. Let's play this clip before you have to go poo-poo again.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Fucking
know. I've been
weak-ass
pooping all over myself all night.
Weak-ass bladder. All right, so this is from today, and this is Stuttering John. Let's set it up. So in this clip you're about to watch,
Everybody knows that.
you never cross the Duke. Everybody knows that. Even Detroit, who says, Mr. the Wrath Nothing. That's right. Nothing. Mr. Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Almost everybody, we should clarify. But
almost everybody, except for me and Adam, for example, who did whatever the fuck we wanted to and got away with it. Other than that, oh, and everybody else too. That's right.
Let me get this right.
Yeah, I
There
still
we go.
laugh at you, John.
Well,
I just love that he goes live and then does this. He fixes it just like Kevin or any of the guys.
Every
They
now
go
and then I'll
live
do a
and
little
then
adjustment, but
fix
it's like,
it. Yeah, it's not hard to fix that shit before you hit the live button. That's insane.
okay, John, we get it. Just straighten it
As
out.
long as you make the noise, that helps actually. The noise makes it interesting.
Does that help orient him? It's a sensory thing.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a
Maybe.
theory about John having a touch of autism at all? I could maybe see that, him being like slightly on the spectrum.
I mean, I just thought he was retarded, but if you want to call it autism, I guess that's cool.
It could be a little column A, little column B kind of thing. He could be both.
I mean, that is part of the reason I pulled up this clip is because she
Doesn't
said
he claim to be OCD too?
Oh yeah. But we know that's not true because he's not a clean freak. And I typically think OCD people like to have everything neat and in order.
I
we saw his
disagree.
apartment and he's a fucking slob.
I
So
think
the OCD is highly
I think there's
unlikely.
misconceptions though. Not everybody with OCD is neat. Sometimes I'm not neat, and I believe I have it.
I am a neat freak and
I'm just saying there's
psycho when it comes to that shit.
I
so
think there's different types of
think I have it.
OCD. See now speaking of OCD, now I'm like fucking with my computer because I just did that. So
Nerd.
now I want to get this perfect, and it's
You
never
look
gonna be
stupid.
perfect.
You look stupid. You suck.
I know I do. I know I'm not good enough, Derek.
You need to do better.
Yeah, fat chance of that.
Yeah, like on Wednesday when he was explaining how he went into high school at 12 and how he forgot about Babe Ruth. He was talking about minor league baseball till you were 14. Like all this little stuff that he says that makes him sound retarded. Whether he is or not, we'll never know. I'll put him on the same level as Mint Salad. How's that?
It is done. It is all settled between me and Vince, the evil lawyer. The contract is signed, sealed, and delivered. We are now settled. I applaud Vince on the very amicable way in which we agreed to just let bygones be bygones.
Lip smacking. I can't take it. Gross. Hunt and peck. He can't even use two hands to hunt and peck type.
I like the
trying
noise.
to get on here.
Yeah, it is kind of satisfying.
So went to the gym.
Doubt it.
And then went over to the place I go to, signed it, scanned it, sent it, and we're done. And now Vince and I could join forces and, be friends once again. So that's all.
So now that
Friends,
I'm giving
said
Vince
that.
the lawyer money, we could be friends.
We could be friends. Yeah, whatever.
Do you think that was in the agreement? We have to be friends again. If Vince the lawyer forced him to be his friend by a decree. He's like, you have to come out on your podcast and say it too.
That's pathetic where you need to like have someone sign a contract to be your friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. That's a fact, Jack.
Well, with friends like Vince the lawyer, who needs enemies?
Right.
I don't know if I would trust that guy.
Yeah, Vince the lawyer, of course. Like you can only expect. Maybe that was written into the deal too, like where they can't. Vince the lawyer can't troll him. You can't say that though, because like who's to say what trolling is?
The reason I don't like Vince the lawyer was because he covered my Heather W interview. He didn't give me any credit. He said this person's YouTube channel. He like went out of his way to like cut my face out of it. Like he was really he used my content and didn't give me any credit. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that guy.
He is that guy.
Fuck him in his ridiculous looking head.
No, he does not own my channel. No, I did not pay him $2,000, not even close. It was a very, very friendly agreement on both sides.
Just shy of $12.5 million.
A friendly agreement where you have to give someone else money and be embarrassed.
Exactly.
Very friendly.
This is the part that's going to blow your mind.
Friends love to humiliate each other publicly.
So, when we talk about, so he's about to beat the shit out of Aaron, right? For what was said for 2 days in a row, because he's trying to get attention from him anyway. But he was called a buffoon. How dare he?
A buffoon.
Yeah, this is the most still till win statement of all time coming up here in a minute.
I think there was a winner. I think that there is just smarter heads prevailed. So that chapter is out of my life. And now I could move on. Welcome Vince here anytime he wants. And you could all think what you want. But I'm happy to say that it's all past us now. And we can move on to greener and brighter pastures, if you will.
What the fuck is he taking?
Vitamins and shit. But yeah, it's just nonsense stuff.
It's still a weird fucking thing to do on a podcast. Time to take my fucking pill.
That's weird. Well, Kevin Brennan does this. He does this. They come on They don't do all the
Boomer
stuff
shit.
that you should do before you start the show. He does it during the show.
It just makes you look like a boomer. I don't take fucking pills on a podcast. I mean, I eat food. I drink Dr. Pepper. I vape.
Adam, you just
I
had to
take
go take a
edibles.
pee, and you talked about it for 20
I
minutes before
know,
you
but you
did.
don't
So
take a
you're no
pill.
better.
But I don't take a pill on camera.
You don't take the pill, you're going to get pregnant like that.
No,
Those guys are going to knock you up,
pills
man.
on camera. It just makes you look like an old fuddy-duddy, though, you know? I pee and you don't see me doing
that
it.
statement you just made, fuddy-duddy, is fuddy-duddy.
You think fuddy-duddy is a fuddy-duddy thing? Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Oh, really?
Fuck yes, it is. You
But
just
still,
got
like, he looks like
fuddy-duddy.
such an old man. At least try to pretend that, like, I don't know. It's kind of sad.
Okay, boomer. No, I agree, man. Okay, so he just said that there was no winners. It was an amicable agreement. How do you lose a lawsuit and pay out someone that didn't take all Vince the lawyer did was take some time out to sue him? Stuttering John is losing money and all this other shit. How the fuck is that not a loss?
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat later in the show, and I'm not going to go in there, but someone was like, yeah, put L's in the chat, and the entire chat became L's, and he freaked out about it. It was pretty funny.
It's
L's,
another...
I didn't lose. I didn't lose nothing. No, you did lose because you didn't win the fucking, but he's about to explain how that works. Let's not hear that shit. Jesus Christ. Let's end this quick.
The terms will not be revealed. And Rusty Mertz, I didn't lose any lawsuit. It was not a loss.
I didn't lose a lawsuit. I just have to pay money now that this settlement has been agreed to. But it's not a loss. I just have to come out of pocket with money.
It was an agreement, not a loss. It's like, no, you had to give someone money. That sucks. That's bad.
It was amicable. But it was
your
amicable.
goal is to not have to give the money, and you did have to give the money. Yeah.
So he won, like the toe, right? Today was a great day. I settled. I only have to pay this much a month to make it go away. It was very amicable. And now I have a friend again. And it's worth to pay money monthly to be friends with someone like Vince. Hilarious. He really does have the locale in the thinking of an Aaron Imholt for sure.
Yeah. Another win for the dabbler.
Another win for the Stud Joe.
Either side. Put it this way, Rusty Mertz, you fucking loser. I probably saved myself between 10 and 30,000. Put it that way. Because the problem with being sued is it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. You still got to get a lawyer. And let me tell you something, lawyers are expensive. Very expensive.
News alert. Lawyers are expensive.
Some of the quotes I got was $750 to $850 an hour. So
is that a lot?
You idiot.
Yeah, $758.
Oh,
yeah,
I know. I'm just joking.
Most of his quotes were $150, but some of them were $800. So yeah, whatever. That's a stretch.
He should just represent himself. He's fucking smart.
He's Mensa.
Mr. Mertz, who thinks there was a loot that I lost anything. I didn't. In fact.
So by not having to pay a lawyer and just settling before he had to get a lawyer is how he won. Do you see how this works? Do you see the Mensa math again in full display? It's a fucking amazing. It's amazing. Every time. Also, yeah, I mean, it is okay to cover. Twice this week we've covered Stuttering John. I guess it's a good week to do so because guess who's not covering him, right? The Shuli Network.
I gained an old friend and somebody who could help me in the end, which he has already.
Getting a lawyer, $850 an hour.
So is
Thing
this
to go down to?
Do you think this qualifies as Stockholm syndrome?
Getting a friend, priceless.
Yeah,
Stockholm syndrome from Vince the lawyer. From trolling him so long and fucking with his
like
head
he's almost
twisting him up.
he's almost like gaslit into being like, this guy's my friend. Like we're gonna do good things together.
Yeah, Vince the lawyer is
a
true good friend, just like Clay Dabbler and Rob Saul, just like Quadfather, right? Just like I was his bestie.
Well, sometimes it's better to like be amicable and maybe try to work things out with people when you can and be more diplomatic. But sometimes you gotta just know when people are fucking trolling you and don't like you.
No, Vince the lawyer, how dare them? Yeah, the Shiley Network. I mean, you're probably right, Peter Sky Parker. But I think they agreed to like cover older stuff, something like that. But anyway, like Stuttering John breaking his agreements, that's coming.
Ready.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say it's over. I was very happy to get it over with. And
congratulations.
I can put that behind me and now concentrate on Kate Meany and all the Nimrods that played those phone calls and deal with that. Because I'd rather spend my hard-earned money on doing that than dealing with
Murney.
an argument, really, that Vince was trolling me. I took him seriously. Look, I mean, I don't know what, I thought he really was at my house. I did. That's Vince. I mean, he makes you believe it. Just like he makes you believe that all people who drive a Mercedes are anti-Semitic.
What was that?
It's just a stutter.
Or
him believing that if people email him and say, "Oh, John, you helped me cure my stutter," like those, he'll believe anything. What the fuck is he talking about? Vince Lawyer did a Photoshop job and he believed it. He's that dumb, though. That's the problem.
But it's all done now. And now we can move on. I see that somebody bought me views because I'm well over 1,400. I guess Phildo is at it. I do want to applaud. I do want to applaud the shit network.
Applaud.
We're not talking about me anymore, and I'm gonna now do my best to refrain from even mentioning them. So I think it's healthy for all concerned.
Yeah, it's gonna last 5 minutes, if at all.
I think it's healthy.
No, he's doing it. He's doing it now. Don't you get it, Adam? That's the point. He's not supposed to talk about them. He's talking about them. He's talking about the agreement that they have not to talk about each other, which is like in essence talking about them. That's what I mean. Like he's not even smart enough to realize it while he's doing it. It's so fucking stupid. The genius is so fucking stupid. He just doesn't get it, man.
So what happens now?
I don't know. Maybe they catch wind of that. I have no idea. But whatever he talked about, as far as I'm concerned, it's up to them.
Need to focus on one person every single minute. So I think it was a good choice. I'm glad they dropped the name. I think that was a step in the right direction.
Welcome to the Uncle Pedo
I think
show.
that's a good thing. So after I have Gretchen on, and then
your kids,
Clay will come on, and then Clay and I, hopefully Clay could help me and get his insight on Steel Toe, because this motherfucker, for calling me, he calls me a buffoon. The man who
everybody calls you a buffoon.
Lost his first wife, then goes to the next one and shares her with some drug addict, and then she ends up fucking going away with the guy, and he's calling me a buffoon. That's rich. That's rich. And I never even talked about this fucking Steel Toe.
What the fuck is that comment?
I never even mentioned a word about the guy.
No.
That's a movie reference, right?
Now we're talking about what happens next with the Shuley Network and him talking about them for the we won't talk about each other for a week. He says, what happens now? You get buck naked, Adam boy. That's what happens. You buffoon. Don't you get it, you buffoon?
That's a really mean thing to say about somebody.
Yes.
I may be a murderer. I may be a rapist, but I am not a buffoon.
How dare you question my IQ being low?
I know Disco Bob Ruzak said to me and DM, he said, John, don't take the bait. Steel Toe just wants you to talk about him. But like I said to the shitware,
I think they both want each other to talk about each other.
Yeah.
I'm almost curious if they actually have some backdoor fucking dealings with each other, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, and that's what's so gay about it is that everybody wants to engage with each other, but they're like, oh, I don't want anything to do with this show.
Yeah, every time.
Just have your gay little podcast war and make your money and just like do what you got to do. But like, we get it. Okay.
I don't have to talk about them. There's plenty of people I want to talk about.
Like the Quad Father. I'll get him someday.
So, make no mistake about it. This fucking guy, I'm going to show you all the articles. I'm going to go through, I'm going to do a whole takedown of this fucking loser, Aaron Imholt. What a putz. You know, when I think Aaron Imholt, only one 4-letter word comes to mind, putz. The guy's a fucking putz.
Oh, I thought he was going to say
Talk
jerk.
about the buffoonery this idiot was involved in. I mean, abandoning the kids while they're having some kind of tryst, letting some fucking sleazy dirtbag crawl on top of your wife and have sex with her.
That's funny the way
Was
you
it
said
worth it, dickhead? I don't think so. And you got the audacity?
I kind of like
call
his
me
take.
a buffoon?
Yeah. No, I mean, he's not wrong.
You're going to let some other guy just crawl on top of your wife and give it to her?
Yeah, it's fine. You do kind of get a visual out of that, but is
that really worth it?
He could have said like he put his cock inside of it. I mean, like he could have gone really visual. So whatever, he spared us that, but I didn't. Buffoon.
I don't know. Last I checked, I had an amicable separation and then divorced with my ex-wife. There was no buffoonery.
Amicable. I love it.
What is that, like 5 words he said wrong in the last 8 minutes?
Involved. No drug addiction. No swapping with our friends. Nothing like that.
Yeah, she didn't fuck anyone while we were married. I just cheated on her constantly. That's all.
Maybe not that he knows about, but
yeah, for sure, dude. Some of those wild Hollywood parties, I'm sure she probably didn't slip out back and do her thing.
No abandoning the kids who are hungry. Nothing like that. So you have the balls to.
When we went to parties, we always left our kids plenty of SpaghettiOs.
Call me a buffoon? Are you fucking with me? Seriously, are you fucking with me? You must be fucking with me. Seriously.
Seriously.
Fucking unbelievable. You must. And you're going to call me a buffoon? Let me see if I can get this Gretchen.
Where would he get that from?
Buffoon. Where are you, baby cakes?
All right.
Siri, call Gretchen.
Anyway, he calls his kid and shit on air, which is kind of weird. That's his kid, right? Gretchen? Like, I stopped watching a little bit after this.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about his family.
I know. Yeah, same here. I'm not into. Yeah, Gretchen's one of his kids, and Knight is the other one, I believe.
I was gonna say you
I
know
know
everything about
about
his family.
Knight.
Do you have like a blueprint of his fucking house, Derek? Are you like gonna just like?
It's not his house. Oh, which house are you? Susanna's house or his mom's house? Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, you know everything about him. Damn.
They're not even his fucking houses.
Serial killer,
Till
Derek.
mommy dies, and Well, the funniest thing would be if mommy left all that stuff to the other kids and X'd him out completely. That would be the funniest shit of all time.
Remind me not to get on your bad side, Derek, because I'm looking at you right now and your black hat and your black shirt. That something about you have a little bit of a burglar-like look to you. You look like you could possibly be a burglar.
Yeah, you will never hear me coming. I can guarantee you that. You won't even see it coming.
But a
man.
burglar that's disabled, I would be rooting for you, you know?
Hello,
It's
sir.
really good
Let
for
me in
him.
your house, please. I'm a nice boy. Right? You think they'll believe me?
That'd be a good
Pizza
defense.
delivery.
Let's see.
Okay, you can hear something which I don't want you to hear.
Mersh.
Okay, I know you're trying to get out of here, man. So let's just bomb
no
through this
problem.
Mersh shit. I could bomb through it on my own if you would like.
Yeah,
That's
do you
no
mind actually? I'm just because I got
Yeah, it's fine, man. Jump out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of half-ass cover Mersh yesterday being a dork about his outside cats during the hurricane thing, and that'll probably wrap it up for the day.
Yeah, and that fucking that background where he's got the hurricane like radar coverage on that, I find that kind of disorienting.
No, it's from the next day after
yeah.
it's already gone past.
No, okay, so I've seen some clips, but I haven't.
I forget what it's called. It's like collateral damage or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Let me see. But before you take off, why don't you go ahead and give yourself a shout out, brother?
No, thank you guys. Thanks for having me on again. And follow me on Twitter at Adam Goldstein. Fuck, what was my handle again? Sorry, I'm a little edibled out right now.
At Goldstein TV, and on YouTube, you can find Adam at Adam Goldstein TV.
Thank you, Derek. I'm so stupid. I can't even plug my own shit. Anyways, yeah, I'll see
What a
myself out.
buffoon.
Yeah,
What a fucking buffoon.
I'm gonna do the walk.
Your boyfriend.
I'm gonna do the walk of shame out of here. Derek, you have a good night. Everybody in the chat.
Mockery.
And a good weekend.
I see how it is.
No, I'm ashamed. Very ashamed of my performance tonight. Guys, have a good one.
Later, dude. Yeah, no. Thank you very much, everybody. Go follow Adam Goldstein. It's Stein, not Steen, because he's we're trying to pretend that he's not Jewish. We're trying to pretend he's of Germanic descent, possibly even Viking. That would be preferable, right, guys? Put one in the chat if you want us all to pretend. If you want us to pretend that Adam is a Viking, put ones in the chat. Poor Adam. He's never going to hear the end of it. Oy vey. All right, we got merch left, and then we're going to have to call it a day. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. And I'll take it. Wrap. I'm showing my age. I love when people make all these old man references. It's holy shit, that's not gonna work, is it? You guys want to see Mersh's face, or do you want to see my face over Mersh's face? We got a solution to this problem. Doink, doink, doink. Boom. There we go. That's how we do. All right. So apparently Mersh did survive. What do you mean you're on his lap? I'm not. Oh. You're trying to say I'm sitting on Mersh's lap? They kind of looked that way, didn't it? I apologize for any homosexuality if any of you guys are like fundamentalist Christians and are not into that kind of thing, and I may have just bugged you a little bit. I apologize for that. Maybe I'll put you in my prayers tonight, Articulate John, to make sure. In my next confession, I'll add your name into the priest before he touches any more kids. I heard they hired a new priest at my church. I think his name was Isolino something. Can't really remember. It sounded very Italian. All right. Mersh survived the hurricane. But how did he do it? Did he learn anything from his experience? Let's find out.
We got stuff we got to get to tonight. By the way, everyone made fun of me for picking the Cowboys, and they're winning tonight. So you guys can eat shit. Oh, you guys want to see a little project I did last night?
Yeah,
In
we
case you
do.
missed it.
What kind of projects do you do in a hurricane?
Some of you guys may have missed a little project
see.
I did last night. I'm
Let's
trying
see
to find
into
my
the-
Ko-Fi thing, and maybe I just don't have one. Oh, I did have one of them. God damn, I have too many tabs open, is what it is. Thank you. Sanctioned buffoonery with $50. Very, very kind of you, sir. $50 came in for the Nightwave Hurricane Rebuilding Fund. Thank you. We're going to do our best. And by do our best, I mean replenish the cigarettes, the booze, a couple of batteries, and the liquor and the snacks. We avoided. I did take a video this evening of me, like a part 2 of a project I'm working on in my backyard, and I took a video of it, and I went out at like what was probably close to the worst that we got it during the day. I went out when it started to get windy. I took a quick video, and then I had to go to the store before I did Nightwave, and I drove during what was probably the worst band that came through from the storm, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So anyway, I wanted one of the experts from our channel to be on here tonight so they can explain these kinds of things to me. Apparently, different waves of the hurricane are called bands. I'm not so dumb to believe that he was listening to rock and roll music on his way to the store. Apparently, he ran into bands of weather, some of which were worse than others. Is that interesting? Probably fucking not. But let's check out what he's got to say about good old kitty cat time. Let's see. Yeah, so apparently I don't even think that storm was pathetic. Come on, let's be serious. I would like to see maybe some other people. Does anyone else know if like Joey C or any of those guys experienced severe weather? Because apparently everyone else I've talked to from Florida pretty much says that it was a tiny little nothing of a storm. But not everyone is a true Floridian badass like Lemmy and Granny, right, guys? Right.
So we'll survive. But Lakeland we got battered for about 10 minutes, and we got one little nasty bang.
Battered like April M. Hole, am I right?
And then I went into a store. I came out of a store, and there was no wind and rain. It was gone. So let me show you this little project here. The Twins are going to blow this. I'm going to be so pissed tonight. So I decided, since we have the hurricane coming and we don't know really what's going to happen, Louis helping me out right now. I got all this stuff that I've like had over the years that I've never used, like a bunch of got these clicky lights, batteries, and a bunch of these sticky lights that I used in my old apartment, but never really, they could change colors. So we're going to use this, and we have the cat house that I bought, the outdoor.
Ooh, you know who belongs in a cat house? Dejois, can you guess who I'm about to say? Dejois, can you guess who I'm about to say belongs in a cat house? Dejois, pet the cat. Pet the cat. That's right. Gently, though. Very firm, but yes. Firm, but with care.
Housing. So I'm going to show you what I did.
Never pet the fur backwards. You get scratched.
Tiny backyard awning little area here where it can remain semi-dry. I mean, with wind and rain, it's obviously still going to get wet. So we got this guy here. You guys might remember this. This was the cat house that I bought. So we set up the cat house. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm not going to do this whole video. See what it looks like.
Eat the dogs.
So I did the sticky lights. I had no flash on my phone just to make sure. And I created a little, because there's no light in my backyard, which sucks. They just never wired one in. So I have now I built a little cat hurricane shelter. Not bad without the flash. It's enough light to maybe attract some kitties. I put my boxing, the base to my punching bag thing.
The guy that can't take care of all the cats he's got, the guy that's constantly talking about being broke as fuck, the guy that can't take care of himself is losing everything, is broke as shit, is trying to draw in more cats to the situation. Why don't you let some other people take care of the cats that are running around in your neighborhood? Because I don't think you're capable of doing so at this point. Not a good look.
That thing's like really heavy. I pushed it up against the little cat house, and that was the end result from the inside. They had some food. They had a little inside dry spot, and I really just used stuff I already had. But yeah, that's what I was doing last night during the hurricane. I was like, let me make a little spot for these little niggas. And I did see the lighting is so bad out there that earlier tonight I did see a cat back there. But fuck me if I could ever figure out who it was or which cat. But the cat's tail had a very, very raccoon-like, and it wasn't a raccoon. It was a cat, but it had those.
I mean, tell me, you can't tell me everyone just assumed that you're so dumb that you actually were helping a raccoon. There's no doubt. Everyone's first thought was, yeah, that sounds correct. Yeah, Mersh, we get it. You feed raccoons because you're an idiot. What do you think? What do you think happens when he leaves the backyard? Like you leave dog food, cat food outside. Inevitably, you're going to have skunks and raccoons at your house. You idiot. Love it. This guy's a knucklehead. No, it wasn't a raccoon.
Stripes, and I'm like, only cat I know that's got stripes like that is Cassidy. So I was hoping it was Cassidy.
Pepe Le Pew has stripes
coming
like
by
that.
using the back. King of all pixels, Florida has a brand, and it's just chilling during hurricanes. I want to see if they still have it up.
Put ones in the chat if you think that his project was amazing. Put twos in the chat if you think this guy is fucking at the end of his rope and it's not going great. Yeah, I can't imagine showing that project on screen to anybody. Hey, everybody, check out what I did last night. I did a cat project for the reach out for the cat hurricane victims. Even worse. Call 1-800 dead cat.
But it was so long ago. Is this it? Somebody's going to have to find clips. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to make clips because the only time I saw it live was today when we were doing ROTC. And I can't sit there and record while doing ROTC. But we have the southernmost point buoy. It's a thing in Key West, and it always has a live cam on it, like 365 days a year. And it's the southernmost point, I think, in the U.S., or at least in the East Coast, in Florida. And, it's kind of a big tourist attraction. But all the locals were out there today. They were all young, white, in-shape Chads with, like, just board shorts on. And they were all just standing there doing this, like with their back to the fucking, because the storm surge, like the ocean comes right up to that. It's like it's a concrete, it's a secure marina area, but it's where the ocean comes right up to it. And these young Chads were just out there like doing this. And it was like,
yeah. And guess who wasn't outside filming himself doing that? Granny. Granny was, yeah, you're right. Daytraw's correct. Save the dogs. Cats can climb. That's right. I bet you can. Oh, wait. Sorry. Whoa. I didn't mean that. Apologize. Why wasn't Granny outside with his shirt off being like, oh, look, I'm a Florida man. Florida man. Like with a Trump fucking flag. I don't mean to get political and say that Granny might have a Trump flag instead of an American flag, but here's your sign. I do think that it would be amazing if we had some footage like that. I wish we did. Why didn't you do that, Granny? I'm very disappointed in you. We could have raised fucking funds to get him out there closer to the hurricane to really fucking test his will. That would have been funny as shit. We could have, yeah, they probably closed the roads and stuff. I don't have a clue. I don't understand hurricanes. I don't get it, man. What is a hurricane? What are hurricanes? Where do they come from? What do they do? I don't understand them. I'm not a Floridian. Indeed. Yeah, Granny should have been out there like those Florida Chads. So apparently Granny's not a Florida Chad. What kind of Chad is he then? You might ask yourself. Someday we might find out. We do have footage of him doing lots of other stuff, just not that. We know what kind of badass Chad he is because I guess he waxed his butthole one time. Is that Chad behavior? Just out of curiosity. Would you guys put a 1 in the chat if you think that Granny is a Chad for waxing his ass crack and his taint and his underside of his sack? That was a wonderful night. All of you that missed that, you really fucking missed out on quite a delight. Mostly because there was screaming involved and whining. Lots of it too. Loved it. Good times. Good times. I wish you all could have been there to see that. Oh shit, here I am right in the way again. Look at me. So inappropriate. Why can't I ever figure this out, man? What's wrong with me? There we go. Get it right, man. Yeah, we do indeed. I think Key West is the southernmost point of the United States, as far as I know. Granny is slipping. Yeah, Granny is slipping. I think he was playing fucking video games tonight, which is sad to hear that he'd rather play video games than come on the show. But Lemmy said that once you get started on one of these League of Legends or some shit, that you can't just stop playing it once you get involved in campaign. Sounds sorry to get political again, folks. But yeah, absolutely. Fuck video games. Grow up and grow a pair at the same time. All right, I just got this last little clip about Mersh talking about that hurricane, and then we're gonna end it right there because that'd be the hospitable thing to do if you're from the South and whatnot.
Yeah, I like when he exploits things instead of just being a grifter.
Oh.
Hurricane Helene storm surge, St. Petersburg, Florida, captured a house. The storm is all right. So this was earlier today. Wait, does this faggot not have sound on his cameras? What a piece of shit. You know, I'm glad your house got destroyed. Get a Wise camera. It's probably cheaper and easier to fucking connect to a network than your stupid Ring thing, and it comes with sound. Stupid fucking asshole. All right. I mean, that happens. I've seen that. That video sucked dick. But thank you for the $2.
Did I give you guys too many things to vote on all at once? I'm sorry. I did. I think I did, didn't I? I gave you guys. I was like, hey, what do you guys think? We should have sent Granny out in the fucking storm and fucking let you all see him wax his balls too. I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm fucking up. Son of a bitch. I apologize, folks. Let's watch Merch be a proper tech man. Let's see the tech in motion.
That video sucked a fucking dick. Social Observer, Final Destination vibes for 2. For stupid.
There we go.
It's probably Hurricane Helene storm surge, St. Petersburg, Florida, captured a house. The storm is
St. Petersburg. No idea where that's at. Have to look at a map.
Does this faggot not have sound on his cameras? What a piece of shit. You know, I'm glad your house got destroyed. Get a Wise camera. It's probably cheaper and easier to fucking connect to a network than your stupid Ring thing, and it comes with sound. Stupid fucking asshole.
So is that what we do? That's what we do in Florida. We're like, yeah, fuck you, fuck your house, because you didn't have volume. Yeah, I don't know that I disagree, but also that storm looks a little worse than possibly I thought it was. So there are some parts of Florida that got hit pretty hard, it appears like. But Mersh doesn't give a fuck about it. So why should I? And also, transition. That concludes our broadcast day. I hope you had a wonderful time with me and my beautiful voice. Yes. Thank you all very much for being here tonight. We do appreciate it very much. And as you know, the weekly Dabble review will be on Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern. Yes, it's our members only stream. That's why you need a membership. So if you're looking to get a membership, they're only $3. I mean, come on, folks. Like Gino said, none of you guys are broke. What, are you too broke to do $5? Fucking losers. Come on, we're trying to hit the fucking goal over here at BYB. Yeah, like Gino said, what's $3? $3 for the minimum tier. Come on. Don't you want to be on the Ring of Honor like Mike Crackhabit and Goisa Mas and Chip Galloway and Sketty Tooth John and American Cupcake, the Ghetto Basement, Unidabla. And yeah, there's one backyard motherfucking boss that is Deadpool. That's right. Don't you want to be like those people? You don't want to be losers that are like, oh, $3. That's too much money. I can't afford $3. Oh, your memberships are too expensive. I can't afford it. Yeah, and never forget, not 9/11, not the Holocaust. Never forget that we have super tips over here at BYB. That's way more important than those other two bullshit things. I don't even believe either one of them. They seem fake and gay. I don't know. Whatever. I listen to Alex Jones. Whatever Alex Jones says, I believe, and that is the truth. There is no other truth. All right. Let me see. What do we got here? Holy shit. Look at you people. You wonderful people. Peter Sky Parker coming in with one gifted BYB Podcast membership. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, thank you very much, sir. Coming in hot at the end. Guys, Peter Sky Parker. Yeah, you got me. Member for 9 months. Thank you for being a member since the beginning, pretty much, sir. A guilt trip successful. Well, I'm glad we could go on a guilt trip together. It was a wonderful ride. I always enjoy. You have not been giving me a bad time about my audio lately. I can take that as a sign that maybe it doesn't suck anymore. And I'm happy to make your ears happy. Most of all. Look at this guy. B Smiley the third coming in at the last minute with one BYB Podcast membership gifted. I said it all backwards. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, we appreciate that, folks. We appreciate all that you do, and thank you for just showing up in general. If you were going to ask me my thoughts on where we're at in the Dabbleverse and what's going on right now, well, pretty much what I would say is right now at this.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I light your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls.